sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
Is it live or is it Memorex, Smiley?
I hope it's live.
Oh, are you here?
I'm here. I am here today.
Do you know what this show's sponsored by?
Is it the hard seltzer?
Topo Chico Hard Seltzer?
That's the one. The only one for me.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I've seen you in public with others.
Anytime recently?
No.
Those are old flames. That's what I like to call them.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Nothing compares.
I'm going to crack one, because I need one too for myself. See, look at that one. I get the pineapple. See? Yum.
Just for you.
You don't like hard seltzers? You just like...
No, I just felt like having a beer today.
Dude,
but
I get you.
do usually go for the Topo Chicos.
Okay.
I'm not lying for the podcast.
Oh, who's messaging me? We're getting messaged here. Let's see. I don't want to have to do all that work. That's a lot of work. Maybe I could look at it here. Oh, I got happy faces from Ming Chen.
Oh, very nice.
What a loser that guy is. Boo. We have a very special guest today. It's cool though, because we had guests last week and they were lovely, but they didn't drink at all. I don't think any of them drank, did they?
No.
So Smiley and I drank.
We got very happy on the show.
We did.
To do work for the whole team.
I think so.
Yeah. So we have someone here who's having a beer, and I don't know why I haven't had you on before. I mean, we cross paths a lot in our and we were kind of talking about it before the show. What did you say? You have so on the show today, we have comedic burlesque performer Chelcie Sword at Miss Cherry Poppins on social media, right?
That is one of my personalities.
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go. And what was the question I was asking you? I forgot already. Dang it.
We were talking earlier about how we dance in a lot of the same.
You
circles.
called it. You said you're like
I'm a comedy charcuterie board.
Yeah, board.
I can't say I'm like an expert in everything, but I'd like sketch writer to be the front of my resume. I'm very proud of the doodles. Then like improviser, burlesque.
Yeah,
I think
40-ounce beer drinker. All kinds.
Yep.
Resume.
I'm a techie.
Yeah.
Whatever you need for a show, I will make it happen.
She's all gas huffer, whatever, if you need
flu.
it, Smiley, do you have a resume like that?
Pretty much.
I feel,
my resume looks terrible. I don't know. The things that I think are great and should go on a resume are not usually what people look for in a resume, and I keep them on there because they get pointed out. And why would you put this on here?
Yeah, why would you put fighting the elderly? I mean,
it's conversation started.
Yeah,
we're talking about it, right?
Yeah, I was just checking to make sure you were reading the resume. Right.
Did you like the part where I put down I kick ass?
Yeah, I kick ass.
Yeah, definitely wasn't AI. Like that's good, right?
People
original.
Instead of references, you just put people who know I kick ass.
Yeah.
So you're going to be a part of. Let's talk about this right away. So you're going to be a part of this Saturday at the Box Annex, Second and Gold, the Cardboard Playhouse live stream 24-hour telethon. Yeah. You excited about that?
Oh, it's going to be madness in the coolest kind of way. Like we're going to have a full block party, food trucks. I'm pretty positive Hollow Spirits will be there. I didn't fact check, but they're always there. So I'm just assuming, yes.
Yeah.
And so many shows, and it being live streamed is exciting because I've got a lot of friends and family from out of town that don't normally get to see the weird things that we do over there.
That's always
now they do.
Yeah, that's always a really cool thing is the coworkers and family when they actually get to see, and the best is like when you have like coworkers they don't know and they go to something and then they're like, oh, whoa, you're here.
Yeah.
That's always cool. So we will also be there.
Great.
That is correct. I just put that on my calendar.
Yeah, midnight to 2 a.m. So you're going to do like 9 o'clock?
Yeah, the doodles are at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then I teach classes for Cardboard Playhouse as well. And so my improv students are performing at 3 on Sunday.
So, yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
What are the doodles?
The Doodles is a all-female sketch comedy group that's me, Jill Lindsay, Jeanette Cerami, and Leslie Nesbitt.
Okay.
And we're all improvisers over at the show.
What are you, ignorant?
Obviously.
I'll give you a sticker. It's got our Instagram handle.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
We just did a run of shows leading up to and then part of Funny Fiesta.
Oh, nice.
It was so fun. And over the last couple years, we've made a lot of short films and little like filmed sketches that we'll play during our show, so we have some time to change backstage. So sometime next month, we're still nailing down the date, but follow the Instagram and then you'll find the date. We're going to do a Doodles night at the movies kind of thing and screen all our short films.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. That is pretty cool.
Yeah, then we'll put them on YouTube so other people can see it. But first, we want to try and make some money off it if we can.
Well, let me hide
We got
this.
dreams.
So we in the lower corner, like over here, right there, it says cardboardplayhouse.org. Usually, I have some crazy rant that I put there. But yeah, if you don't have to wait till Saturday. You can donate money. So Cardboard Playhouse is a theater company for children, where they train children to do theater, and they put on really amazing performances, and they're trying to raise money to get their own theater. Is what I understand. And so we're going to do a 24-hour telethon to raise money so they can hopefully get their own space. And here's the cool thing: you don't have to wait. You can donate now. You can go to that cardboardplayhouse.org. And there's a big banner that's talking about the telethon. You click on that, it takes you to a page that has a big donate button. So go and donate money.
Yeah, make the kids' dreams come true.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bad in the world right now. Let's do some good in the world. Put some good karma out there.
Yeah, and like I'm so biased because I see a lot of live entertainment, but the kids are so. It's pure, they don't have a lot of like bias involved in things, and they're just up there having fun, and then you have fun with them.
Yeah.
The improv teachers I teach, or I can't even say words. The classes I teach on Saturdays is always the highlight of my week because they just say the weirdest stuff. I love going to Imagination Land with them.
So there's a poll up that I don't know how this works. They added a thing where you can put a poll up. I don't know how people can see it. I'm not sure because I'm not on the other side of it. So if you guys can see it, let me know. If you can't see it, also let me know. But the poll right now is because Saturday night we're doing kind of we're going to try to raise money in the weirdest of fashions, Smiley said that how much money do you think someone needs to donate before you'll do it? He's going to try to kick himself in the head. He used to be able to kick himself in the head.
That is true.
Trying to think.
Let's set a dollar amount to that.
Yeah, we probably should, especially because I kind of hurt my knee stretching, so it'll actually be painful now as opposed to just a casual thing. I was like, I can still kick myself in the head.
Okay, so you tried it.
I did, yes. Yes.
Because the poll says, can Smiley still kick himself in the head? Yes, for one of the answers. The other one is, I doubt it. He's old.
It's probably two. The second one's probably I doubt it because I'm old, because I found that out too. I was like, I can do this, and then I did it, and I was like, my knee. Ow, my knee.
Doesn't take
Craig
much.
says he can see it, but he can't participate. I don't know how that works, Craig.
Maybe this one.
Yeah.
Maybe it's my left leg. Maybe I should try kicking myself with the left leg.
I'm trying to figure out. So you're kicking from the front.
Yeah.
I was picturing. I don't know why I thought a back bend kind of thing.
Oh wow! I've never tried that.
Try to scorpion kick
yourself. This makes more sense.
Yeah, like as if my head were a hacky sack.
Yeah.
All right, Smiley.
That's a good way to put it.
To talk about the other thing we're going to do, maybe we should pour up some shots to talk about what we're going to.
Great,
what else?
Because I did come for a shot.
All right.
Have you? I don't know if you did. Have you ever had this?
I was going to say I don't think I've had Malort, but if I'm going to try it for the first time with anybody, it feels.
Got to do it here.
All right.
My favorite thing is, so I have a 3D printer, so I printed like that Malort sign, right? Mm-hmm. So I made one because of Brandon, who does he's the bartender at Bounders. He's a Malort guy, so I made them one, right? And they were like so stoked about it. And since they have had it up, they are not stoked about it anymore because people come in every day. You guys have Malort? Hell yeah! And they don't.
You're starting a trend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe we could start the groundswell that they can get Malort here. I don't know. That would be really, really cool if that was, When
you're showing that there is a demand.
Maybe.
There's a market here.
Yeah. So Chelsea's never had Malort. So while Smiley is pouring that, so Malort has been described as hot, dirty rubber bands.
Okay. Or
people say it tastes like gasoline. Some people say it tastes very like not orange peel, but grapefruit peel. Hold on, the dog wants to be held. She's like, I don't know about people in the studio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these full Malort bottles tonight and do this. I'm going to infuse it with hatch green chili and sauerkraut.
Ooh, sauerkraut.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'm going to leave the hatch green chili in there to float around. What do you think, Smiley?
You're going to eat this after, or are you just drinking?
You're just taking shots of it. So the only time in Chicago, I've had many shots of Malort, and we went to Chicago. We've gone the last 2 years. The only time in the last 2 years I almost barfed from drinking Malort is they had sauerkraut floating in it.
Infused.
So
and I could not.
It's like a free snack.
That was the one I couldn't take. That was the one shot on that on our little vacation there. They're like, "You want this?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
You found a limit though. That's great.
Yeah.
Something.
Smiley hates this, by the way.
Yeah.
He does not like Malort.
You just take one from the team.
I can do it. It's fine. So here's to raising a bunch of money for Cardboard Playhouse. Yeah. So yes, sweet. Oh yeah.
I was expecting it to be a lot worse. Oh, the faces that Smiley's making right now.
Is it? You gotta wait a second.
Yeah, there's a weird aftertaste. The gasoline,
Yeah.
It's more like nail polish remover.
That's a good one.
Like that acetone.
Yeah, and then we're gonna add a little green chili to that and a little sauerkraut.
So you have to chew through the experience as well.
And I think what we're gonna do, I don't know the dollar amount, but if somebody donates a certain amount, someone in the audience or part of the show has to take a shot of the green chili, the hatch green chili infused sauerkraut Malort.
That's great.
I kind of feel that this is still going to be me. This is just going to be like
Smiley hit another one. That's what I was saying. Look, they just keep donating money.
It's jackass, but it's just me.
Well,
we're just going to do things to Smiley.
I asked Doug. I said, "Hey, can we invite a bunch of people?" And he goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay."
That's great.
Sweet.
I love it.
I think it's fun to have people to play too. That energy, especially that time of night.
Yeah, and I want
goofy.
the midnight to 2 crowd. Yeah. That's that. A little rowdy, and then maybe we can get a couple bucks off those people. If we can raise, anywhere from $200 to $500. I think from the 10 to 12. And someone's like, I don't know, because that's a tough. It's a tough time. I mean, any time after midnight, I think is, midnight to 6 a.m. is going to be a rough one.
I'm hoping. I haven't checked in on what the schedule is for everything, but Doug's son Chelsea's been DJing, and I just think the whole middle of the night section should just be him just going for it. Just take us into a jam land for a few hours.
Oh man,
that's part of why I want to stay the night.
I want a DJ to be there. I'll hit it, DJ. Dance party. We'll do shots of Malort and dance party. And people are like, "Do you have a plan?" I'm like, "No."
That's the best plan. There's going to be so many interesting people around.
We'll be there. That's the plan.
Yeah, let's get some folks up there. Full, I see. Here's what I'm really now excited about. I mean, I have to figure out an outfit.
Oh, yeah. What glasses are you going to wear?
Yeah.
How are you going to color coordinate everything?
Correct. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. My problem is usually which lack of outfit am I going to wear?
That's still an outfit.
Yeah.
But it's a kids program, so Cherry will not be making an appearance this weekend.
I mean, from midnight to 2, it's a little bit extra.
No one's booked my services so far.
We do have a midnight to 2 slot.
I don't have the potato shell anymore, but I can
Yeah.
improvise some other things.
And for people that are like not understanding, so the first time I met Chelcie was at Almost AAA Cabaret. Rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace. I'm the only 3-time winner.
You are the only 3-time winner.
Out of a hat trick, and I'm very proud of that.
Nice.
Very nice.
So you have 3 hats?
Mm-hmm. They're up on the wall in my room.
Nice. So Chelcie does comedic burlesque. So where does that come from?
I would say I was a big Chris Farley fan as a child, so just a lot of like physical comedy and like Mike Myers and Chris Farley, I would say, are like my comedy heroes from a very young age. Mm-hmm. But like as being a girl in the early 2000s, I also had a lot of body issues.
Got it.
And then in college, this is sad for a second, but I promise it gets funny again. I started having seizures all the time. I got diagnosed with epilepsy.
Oh, no.
Lots of different, like cracked my skull open, drove my car through a building, having a seizure. Lots of different traumatic, almost died things were going on with getting my meds balanced. And then during the pandemic, I kind of just had a lot of time to think about like, why am I so mean to my vessel? We're still alive after all those things. And burlesque was something I was always kind of interested in, but I didn't know how I would pull off something like that. So what I do is not traditional. And the Freudian slips I got to shout out that group of people. They are, especially Junie, that's my burlesque mama.
Okay.
They've taught me so much and really taken me under their wing on how to put on my silly ideas in a burlesque flavor. So yeah, my first idea was, what do I love? Well, I love loaded baked potatoes. So I made a huge foam potato suit and a costume that was all the different toppings. And I remember chucking my bacon piece at you because I thought maybe if I hit one of the judges, I'll win this thing. And it worked out great.
Did you win that one?
I think I did. That was the first Alma show, I'm pretty sure. Because I won for, I can't remember. It was my pasta, my cherry pie, and my baked potato. Those are what got me the hats.
So what is your background like? So you definitely have an improv background.
Yeah, I grew up doing little theater. I did a lot of different theater things as a child, and then New Mexico Young Actors used to be Nickerson's Young Actors, and we did shows at the Chemo, and I had a lot of younger experience. Found Doug and Kristen at Cardboard Playhouse. Thanks to the Frost family. They were like, we're doing shows over here and it's a lot more fun. So I moved over to Cardboard Playhouse and then immediately aged out. But then I worked for them doing stage managing and sound and lighting, that kind of stuff, all throughout college. And I went abroad to teach English for a little bit. And when I came back, I needed a job, and Doug and Kristen were too busy with the little theater, and they needed a box office person at the box. So I started working there, and you can't work in a comedy venue and not get involved somehow. So I started taking classes, and it kind of just reminded me, like, oh, all those things I loved when I was in middle school, I can still do as a grown-up, but cranked up a notch.
So is it true that you taught English abroad in England?
In Thailand.
Oh, okay.
Thailand, yeah.
Somebody needs to go over.
It would be interesting to do it in England.
Well, I mean,
the spelling's a little
have
different.
You ever met Craig Buchanan? Somebody needs to teach those people English, you know. They say all these weird words, like the loo, you know.
Yeah,
punter.
The loo.
You know what a punter is?
No.
That's a person that's shopping. That's a shopper.
A punter?
Punter.
Punter?
A punter.
A punter over here would be like a dude in football that kicks the ball to the other team.
Because he's punting something.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. A punter.
Have you heard about all the little kids that get hooked on Peppa Pig and then they develop the accent because they watch it so much? So there's kids that are going to school speaking with the... I love Bluey, personally. I don't have children. I just like that show.
Right.
I can see that. And
I'm hoping that the Aussie accent, that's what I want to hear from all the little kids.
Smiley and I are going to do Comic Palooza. I still need to send him his thing he needs to fill out, but we are official.
Are we?
We are officially, because here's a funny story. So I booked the room and everything to go. And then I didn't sign up. And they're all, well, the sign-ups are over. And I was like, dang it. And so I hit up Bing, and I was like, Bing, I forgot to sign up for Comic Palooza. He's like, A lot of times. Just hit up Carrie. So I hit up Carrie and I said, Carrie, I'm not a good person. And he's like, what? What happened? I was like, I didn't sign up for Comic Palooza. He's like, are you coming? I was like, yeah. He goes, here's the link. Don't give it out to anybody else. So we're officially signed up.
Okay.
Great.
But where I'm going with this is Steve is going to be there.
Like Uno Steve?
From Blue's Clues.
Oh, that's
the
right.
Steve.
The Steve. And so I'm talking about it at work. And I got excited. I was like, and they're like, what? I was like, Steve from Blue's Clues is there. And it's going to be there. And they're like, okay. And I was like, I love Blue's Clues. And they're like, you don't have kids. I was like, I was in college drinking. And I watched the ever-living shit out of Blue's Clues, man. You know?
You don't need to have kids to enjoy that kind of stuff.
Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper. Oh, Steve.
And then Paprika, where did that come from?
Yes. Oh. You know.
Great.
Male.
He still posts videos, too. He didn't fully leave everybody.
No.
It's like nice messages out.
Right.
Makes you think, like, okay, maybe not everything is so bad.
Steve is going to be
good
there.
people.
And he's going to be
Steve's
at Comic
encouraging
Palooza.
us. That's very cool.
I know. I'm stoked.
Well, it pays. Your story is just a good example. It pays to be nice to people.
It pays
Don't be an asshole,
be
because
nice.
someday you might forget to sign up. But they're going to remember, oh, Chris is a nice guy. I'll help him out.
They know. Yeah. Well, and like, this is our third year doing it. It should be our fourth year. But the day before I was leaving, my gallbladder died 2 years ago. And I had to hit them up and say, hey, I am in the hospital. My gallbladder is, and so they had to give my slot to Ming.
Oh no,
death to Ming. No, but so I mean, you know, so totally. So you had a full background, so you worked at the box, and you're like, you know what, I might as well just do it. So you kind of, I kind of noticed you kind of are just in the fabric of that place.
Yeah, I like kind of came out of retirement, I guess. Like I had to work while I was in college. I couldn't do shows and stuff. Like I don't have a trust fund, you know.
Where did you go to college?
Just UNM. I did kind of an opposite thing. Some of my family is still here, but a good half of my family, my dad got a new job in Oregon, and my dad, my aunt, my uncle, my grandparents, my siblings, they all moved to Oregon.
Really?
When I graduated high school, and I stayed here.
You got to stay. Where in Oregon?
They're right outside Portland.
Oh,
they're
so it's like
scattered around.
So the Albuquerque-Portland connection.
Yes,
like,
yes.
I was gonna say,
There's
just
a
like my
weird
family.
connection. Yeah, it's great.
Where's your family live? Well, they used to live here. Now they all live in Portland.
Where's all your family
or Vancouver?
In like Hillsboro area, they call it Hillsburrito.
Really?
Yeah, there's like the local nickname.
No way.
Let's see, they live about like 10 minutes away from each other. My mom's just across the river in Vancouver, and and my brother's just on this side of the river in Portland.
That's it. That's wild too. That like you cross a bridge, you're in another state.
My mom's all, I go over to Portland to buy my groceries because there's no taxes, and I go back to Vancouver because there's no income tax. And I'm like, great, found a great place to retire, Mom.
Wait a minute, Vancouver and Portland aren't right by each other.
Yeah, they're divided by a river.
Yep.
Okay, because
there's just a bridge in
the. I didn't. Okay, then Portland is that. Okay,
close.
so I've never been to Oregon, but I've been to Washington, and Vancouver is you're in Washington State and you're in Seattle, and you can see, or was it we were in Bellingham, Washington, and you can see Vancouver, and so then Portland is right there too. I didn't know that. Oh shit,
they're really close.
Interesting.
There was a while that my dad worked in Vancouver, but lived in a suburb on the other side of Portland, so he had to drive through everything.
Through Portland. That sounds like a terrible drive.
It was terrible.
Like how? So how do you get over to Portland? You take the ferry?
No, there's just a few bridges to get
There's
over.
some bridges over the river, yeah.
Weird.
Just a couple options. It really, I mean, it's like how we have our limited options to get to the west side. And it's like, which one do I want to
Do you live on the west side?
Sit? No. I moved to the UNM area, and I'm very happy.
But did you used to? It seems like you...
No, I don't think it's my place.
Oh, good.
I love
everything is so cookie cutter in some places. Yeah. I like how funky and old everything is, especially this part of town. Like no house looks normal because everyone's added weird things.
Yes.
The house I live in now has the weirdest layout. I love it. My roommate, I don't even know that he's there most of the time because it's kind of like a duplex.
That's cool.
there's a room that separates our living areas. Like
I've lived in the Heights. So here's where I've lived in Albuquerque. I've lived in the Heights, and I mean, like, I lived off Tramway in Montgomery. I would walk over to Howie's Sports Bar, Sports Page, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yep.
The only thing up there is like an ice skating rink, man.
Yep.
Yeah, and I would walk over there from my apartment. Then I lived in Bernalillo, and that's because I moved back home to Clovis, and then I had to move back up. And the way I moved back up here is I worked for an apartment complex company, and they had one in Bernalillo, so I used that to get back up here. And then when I moved into back to Albuquerque, I lived right behind Billy's Long Bar. I mean, I walked across the parking lot to Billy's Long Bar and drank there. Then I moved to Old Town, and I lived in Old Town for a while. Then I lived in what's that area? Martinez Town. Mm-hmm. You know, I lived in Martinez Town for like 7.5 years. Then I lived in an apartment downtown while I was waiting to buy a house. And then the world shut down. And I lived here. Never once on the west side.
Yep.
Never once.
I have not crossed the river.
Good for you.
So Ming, he hit me up. We were talking one day, and he goes, all right, let me get this straight. So let me see if you agree with us, because he listens to our show, and he's like, let me get this straight. People from Albuquerque hate Rio Rancho. I'm like, correct. They don't like Los Ranchos. I was like, that's correct. But they like Corrales? I'm like, you are correct. All three. That is a correct. Is that wrong?
No, it's not. It's hard to explain why, but yeah. Corrales is just welcoming.
Was that his Albuquerque like citizens test? Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, it's a few questions here.
The mini test. Yeah.
And then you can really say you're from Albuquerque here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I have the answer for that, because like most Albuquerqueans hate the west side because or hate Rio Rancho because it's the suburbs. And if you live in a large city and you're listening to this, because I get it that a lot of people are listening to this don't live in New Mexico, because we have a huge contingent of people. We have people that are in Beijing, China, for example, India, and all that. So I get it that in your city, an hour-long commute is nothing to you. For us to drive from one side of Albuquerque to Rio Rancho is like 45 minutes. And I get that that's not long. But for some reason, it is more painful than other commutes that I've ever seen in any other city. I don't know why that is.
Yep.
I have no good explanation. We only have 3.
Oh, coming back's even worse somehow.
Yes. We have 3 outlets. We have I-40 to like Unser, I-25 to Alameda, or you can go all the way around through Bernalillo, right? Or Paseo. We have 4.
Yeah, Paseo.
4.
Yeah.
But if any one of those
and they're all clogged
goes down, it's a fucking shit show.
Mm-hmm.
And they've not fixed it ever in the right way. So then Los Ranchos. So in my history in Albuquerque with Los Ranchos, every time they make the news, it's something pretentious rich people would do. Like they did a city ordinance where you're not allowed to film movies in their city. Because right in the middle of Albuquerque, there's a village called Los Ranchos. It has city limits. It has its own mayor, and they passed an ordinance where you cannot film movies there.
I didn't know that. That's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. It's gorgeous over there too. Why would you not want? Mm-hmm. I don't.
They don't want all that because they don't want to mess up their gorgeous scenery with
They can look at it. You can't. All right.
Yeah. Well, these are my views.
One of the best things that ever I've seen since I've been here is on the April Fool's Day, which we just had. I felt like it was mild this year because people are just like, I think
the whole world's a joke.
I think we've gone through a lot. Right?
Yeah.
But one
is that
year,
real? Could be real. I don't know.
But one year this radio station did a thing where they were like, they did the news and they were like, in today's news, the village of Los Ranchos has announced they will be putting toll booths on each side of the city limits. And the next fucking hour, and we'll be taking calls on this for the next hour, people were calling in and they were like, those rich a-holes can burn in hell. Like it was crazy. It was crazy how much
piss
people
off your neighbors.
Hated those people. They hated Los Ranchos.
Well, no, the best part was it was so on point for them that no one questioned it. They're all, of course they did.
Of course they did that. Yeah. Of course they would do that.
Look at our beautiful villa. Oh, you can't film here. Put those away. Also, there's a toll when you leave.
Yeah. Smiley, you gotta vote for one that you will be able to kick yourself in the head on Saturday.
Yes.
So yeah, you got one vote. So
I get one. I will be.
There's believers.
Yeah. So what made you specifically want to do burlesque?
Out
of all the things you could have like ventured into.
This sounds silly. Like I love documentaries. I'll watch a documentary about everything.
Yeah.
I think that's probably like my favorite genre. And I saw one sometime when I was in high school, and it was just about a bunch of different smaller burlesque performers around the country. And there was this one girl that was a firefighter, and she was talking about how her job was so stressful, and she's not a very girly person, and kind of grew up playing in the dirt, and like I relate to that. I grew up in it.
Sure, yeah.
I was raised by Grateful Dead following hippies, and then the other side of my family, my dad's a scoutmaster, so we were out camping all the time. So like I was an in the dirt outside kid. So a lot of just what this girl was saying in the doc was like speaking to me, you know, like despite being a theater kid, and I did put on makeup for you guys today, but like I'm a polished turd occasionally is kind of how I feel. And she was talking about how it was just a good way to like let loose and be in touch with herself and remind herself that when she's not fighting fires, like she is a pretty lady. And she did an act that was a burrito. She was a burrito that stripped down to be a little jalapeno. And I watched that when I was like maybe 17. And I've just never forgot that burrito thing.
Isn't it weird?
It was so funny.
What hangs with us?
Yeah. I thought, I don't know, like what do I want to do? And I had this like grandpa idea that I was telling a friend about, and they were like, well, just pick something that you really love and follow it. And I just thought, I love potatoes. I love baked potatoes. And a lot of my acts, most of them are food based. And I think the Sasquatch, I'm very proud of.
I'm pretty sure
being a Sasquatch for Dry Heat that one time.
If you listen to the episode of this show after you did the potato, I talk about it.
Oh, he talks about it a lot.
Yeah.
There are people. I did it again at Funny Fiesta 2023, I believe. Yeah. And that was the last time I've done the potato thing. I've evolved onto other stupid ideas since then.
Well,
people still come up and talk to me about it
in his head.
Yeah,
he will
I was
bring
like,
it up.
no, and I'll tell you why. Because
he says there's one episode. There's multiple episodes.
There probably is.
So
But it's one of those things where it's like things that stick with you, and it's like how innovative was that? Like, because you took this art form that has been around for thousands of years. Burlesque has been around a long time, and you threw like your spin on it, and I was like, how innovative was that? How fun was that? And when I talk about it, I tell people like, yeah, she was a loaded baked potato, and then she ends up with like pats of butter on her boobs, and then people are like, real? Like I was like, she had all the toppings, and she took the toppings off, and people immediately go, oh wow, like because it's innovative, it's pretty genius.
It's silly, yeah. I loved it.
Also, the dog licks her paws. I did not pee my pants. I promise you. I just looked down and I was like, oh, cool. I peed my pants apparently. Yeah. So I have a looks like
good
I peed
cover
my
story.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I may or may not have peed myself on the show today.
Yeah, I think that's why I try to remind people too, like this is not traditional burlesque. Like what I'm offering is I'm there to get laughs. Like if it's sexy, that's accidental because that's not really the goal. Like I have
it's got to be funny. It's funny
that I need out of my head.
Yeah,
and it's great. And I've just found a lot of people in this town that water that flower. You know.
It literally looks like I peed myself.
Yeah, that's I didn't.
So embarrassing.
I thought you were overestimating or
no,
that really looks bad, man. That looks like you spilled something.
Because I felt something wet, and I looked down, and she's just licking her feet because she does she has anxiety, I think, and she's like licking her paws, and she'll lick a spot on the bed or the couch or whatever, and I just looked down, I was like, that's great.
It's allergy season too. I'm trying to give Benadryl to mine more often because they'll do that. They'll lick a spot, and then I'll go to bed at night and roll over to a wet puddle.
Yeah.
Not nice.
Yeah.
I'll take that rolling over to the wrong person.
She looks delighted with herself. Whatever.
She's all, well, I did. My paws are clean now. You're a mess, but what other foods have you done?
Well, I did the cherry pie, where I was like the chef, and I literally am just making a cherry pie. Yeah. And I like whipped cream everybody in the audience.
Right.
It's fun. And then I did a giant pasta act where Alma had given me a meat kini, because she was cleaning out old costume pieces and said, "Oh, I have this meatball bikini," and you're the first person I thought of, and I just felt very seen and very loved by that gesture. We've known each other. Nate and Drew and I grew up together doing
I didn't
theater.
know this.
So
Okay.
those are my oldest friends in the world.
I didn't know that.
So Alma moving back from Chicago is very exciting.
I love them. They are fantastic people. If they need, it's one of those things where if they ever need me for anything, I'm definitely going to be there, because I had so much fun. And I talk about the cabaret, and I always say, I'll be at work or whatever, and we're talking about preparation, and I'll tell people, I'm like, it took me to work with drag queens and people that do cosplay, and now I have insane amounts of respect for both. Because people look at cosplay, and there's definitely a group of people that look down on it, it's
it's so much work.
It's a weird art form, and it is. But I mean, that's okay. Being weird is not bad.
No.
But I remember the first year I went to Comic Palooza, because we do the Comic-Cons here. The Comic-Con here has just recently gotten to where it's insane level.
Oh, you just the last 3 years.
Couple 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know how big the one is here.
I went. I honestly, it's probably pre-pandemic.
Okay.
I haven't been.
So
recently.
this year, Saturday had 20,000 people. Sunday had 20,000 people.
Yeah, I'm not used to seeing the fire marshal there counting.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the last couple days. The last couple years, it's been it's packed.
Yeah,
and there's some cool people that come too.
Yeah, and so the first year I went to Comic Palooza, I'm hung over. I'm like, oh god. I'm walking up to the building, and I'm
where's the entrance?
Trying to think about coffee and getting myself back together so I could be ready for the day. And there's this woman. I mean, I don't have that. I just shouldn't say that. There was this person dressed as a woman from the, I want to say turn of the century, ball gown, the big bell ball gown, and it was kind of white with red trim, but it was kind of gothed out a little bit, and she had the big umbrella, right?
That's cool.
On stilts.
Ooh.
She was 13 feet tall, and she walked over and opened the door for me, and I was like, holy fuck, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then there was a fellow in or was it late 80s, early 90s, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, full costume, movie quality costume.
It's just a Ninja Turtle walking around
in Houston, in the summer.
Oof.
And I was like, that guy's going to die of heat exhaustion. And
just like in the movies.
Yeah. And, just some of that stuff, the things people do, that's the thing. You and I and Smiley, we're all performers. And a lot, what you see on the stage is, probably 10% of the actual performance, because 90% of it is the preparation, right?
Oh, yeah.
Especially for you, because you've got to, do you make the costume?
Yeah. I mean, there are a couple pieces that I've the laundry. Obviously, I didn't hand make that, or my chef's coat. But I got a sewing machine, and I'm gonna start. But because now that I have the sewing machine and I can start making the custom things, I'm watching all these tutorials, and a lot of cosplayers are very helpful for the kind of burlesque ideas I have, and exactly what you're saying. The amount of time they put into these things, for the doodle show that we just did at Funny Fiesta, the opening number we did was about jumpers. It's a hilarious song that Jeanette wrote. But we strip our jumpers off while we're singing it to be in these full body nude suits that we had bought for a previous project. And I crocheted a bunch of different shades of colors and sized nipples and bushes to match our hair colors.
Nice.
That we pinned on there so that it was like Muppet parts. So when we stripped our jumpers off, we had those little things. And just making those fucking nipples took me, like, I don't know, at least 5 hours.
Wow.
Just for the maybe that's including the bushes. I was kind of multitasking. But, like, just making our, like, private parts for 4 people took so much time. And and the song's like 2 minutes, you know, and that's just the end when you see the reveal. And like,
are you gonna
but I'm so proud of that.
Are you gonna but see, that's where you want it filmed. So you're like, oh, there's got to be a payoff here for all the work we did. So are you going to do that performance more though? Like, do you have it, like, is it something that'll be done again?
We've been trying to submit for some. Now the goal is to go on the road with everything, because we've done 2 successful, like, fully written and produced shows here in Albuquerque, and we've been in Funny Fiesta. I think now it's 3 times.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm pretty sure. And we feel established around town now, so we're trying to submit for festivals.
Made a name around town, have you?
I can't. We're waiting to hear back on everything, so I can't announce anything yet. But we're hoping to take some things on the road to go do the funnies in other places, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. We will find reasons to use those nipples again.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. But like, here's how I feel about it. Like, if you are a person who's like in drama or, you know, doing some sort of play, and you're like costumes, hit up some cosplayers. Man, those motherfuckers know their shit.
Professional costumers, seriously.
Yeah, they are. And they do things like that I think normal costumers wouldn't even fucking think about. Like some of that foam shit they do, you're like, oh wow.
Oh yeah, because if you're doing like, I grew up in a professional dance troupe, and we made our own costumes, and everything that I learned from there was, this is literally like, you don't want this to break while you're on stage.
No.
So you're like making it like really, really as sturdy as possible.
Yeah. Well, sturdy,
but then
you can,
I go to like some of the panels at the Comic-Cons for cosplayers, and they're like, I'm wearing this for a day, and I'm like, all their ideas are amazing. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, this last year was pretty.
I never tried to do it.
You have to walk around and not all day too. You want to figure out how to make it lightweight.
Yeah,
and not die from heat exhaustion.
Yeah,
all kinds of stuff.
So,
a lot of
never
engineering.
Yeah.
What sewing machine did you get?
Oh,
it's a Singer. I don't remember what model, but I have a Singer.
So the other day, I'm at Lasso downtown, this brewery over here, right? It's like brunch time. I'm doing bagels and beer, and I walk in, and there's this dude, and he has kind of on. It's weird. Like, it almost looked like he was a refugee from like 2003. You know, he had on like jeans that had the long, like, flared bottoms, like this color, and a long, like, hoodie on, and he had a black Singer sewing machine with him with a handle, so he could sew at the brewery with stickers all over it. And I was like, awesome. What the fuck? I was like, that's dope as shit. And I walked up, I was like, dude, that's pretty badass. I was like, I have the same model sewing machine. Mine's white though. I don't know where you get a black one.
Yeah.
Like, fuck yeah, maybe he painted it. I don't know.
That seems like a custom job right there for sure.
That's a custom. That's a custom. This guy's a ringer.
Great.
This guy's a ringer.
He put a handle on that. That's not even out of the box. That's a custom, bro.
Yeah,
like wheels.
Do you now
it
that
drives
little flames
since you build your own like costumes? Do you ever like build your own, like, design your own clothes?
That's what I'm trying to get into now that I have the tools. I think when I first started doing this, I was still just doing it under Chelcie. But after that first Funny Fiesta, when I kind of like caught the bug and was like, maybe this isn't just a one-time bit. Like,
right.
I think I want to do this. And that's when Junie and I had met, and like they really took me under and gave me a lot of good knowledge, and I registered my name. My sister came up with Cherry Poppins because I was just trying to throw about, like, it needed to be something stupid funny. Like, it needs to be like a pun, but I don't know. And she said Cherry Poppins, and I thought it kind of fit because this sounds like kind of fucked up, but like I've worked with children for so long, and I was a nanny for a long time, ironically for a family in Corrales. That's probably why I love Corrales so much. And then an after school program, and now I've continued teaching with Cardboard Playhouse, and like that's just like literally my favorite thing I've ever done and been paid to do is do imagination things with the kids. So that Mary Poppins element was kind of what my sister was riffing on. And she said, what about Cherry Poppins? Like a stripper. Like, because we were talking about generic stripper names.
Okay.
And it worked, Cherry Poppins. I love it.
There always is that, though. Like when you go to a strip club, they're like, you know, there will be the one that comes out and she's in the cheerleader outfit. And then you know, and you're just like, oh,
the stereotypes.
Yeah, the stereotypes. It's like, okay. So, you know, but yeah, Cherry Pop, I guess. Oh, yeah, Mary Poppins.
Yeah, it was kind of a Mary Poppins joke, and then food needed to be involved somehow. So when she said that, I went, oh, that's perfect. That's it. And I went to register it on the burlesque registry, and nobody has it. And I was looking online.
Wait, there's a burlesque registry?
There's a burlesque registry. I was trying to do my homework and make sure no one could come after me. Like, this is my name. Like,
nice.
There's a drag queen in New York that looks like they've retired that went by Cherry Poppins. And there's a dance troupe in California that I found, but not a burlesque performer.
The Cherry Poppins?
It's, I think, I don't know.
That's weird,
They only... Anything I could find that was Cherry Poppins was like the name of a show, but not an individual person.
Nice.
We've been 10 Drink Minimum since 2006.
I think there was one.
There's a band called 10 Drink Minimum, and there's a book called that, right? So then when we were doing probably around 2021, some other podcast named themselves 10 Drink Minimum, popped up on Spotify. I got their email and I said, hey, I looked up the law because someone's like, well, you need to trademark your name, and you don't need to trademark it. The way the common law trademark works is if you've been named that and you are active and somebody comes back through and decides to name themselves that after you, all you would have to do is prove that you're active and they would have to stop. And
good to know.
So I messaged the guy. I said, hey, I just want to let you know I saw you on so, you know, we've been this show since 2006. We've done 900 episodes, and he was like, shit. He was like, gotcha, sorry. He's like, we're having a lot of, because like the big problem right now is people are struggling to name their shows, and you know, we've been this since 2006, so that's why we have never changed our name. Everybody's like, well, why don't you change the name if you don't? I don't dislike the name. I just think people misconstrue what the name's about. But, you know, because the name is based off the 2 Drink Minimum in a comedy club. It's like, you know.
Oh, okay.
It's a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's called comedy, people.
It's funny.
You're supposed to laugh. Yeah. What have you not done that you want to do?
I haven't done stand-up as myself yet.
Oh, I meant like as a performance.
Oh,
I mean,
like for the burlesque kind of stuff? Oh, man, that's hard because every time I get an idea, I do it. Like,
yeah.
I have enough people that if I've got an idea I'm excited about, if I abuse my connections in a sense that like, hey, I have this thing that I want. But also at this point, people are asking me to do stuff often enough that I don't really have to go like hunting for it. Cherry doesn't have anything coming up right now. Like all next month is just sketch and stuff.
Okay.
And then I'm in the Characterarium show that Trey Holland is going to be doing at the Box in May.
Okay.
But again, that's a character based kind of thing. So I don't know. Like for Duke City Repertory Theater does a variety show during December called the Ugly Sweater Review.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I was in the Ugly Sweater Review this past Christmas, and I did a Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer routine.
Oh.
I came out with a walker, and I was an old lady.
Yes.
And I did Sexy Grandma, and Chelcie made me a mix that was Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer mixed with pony. So it would be like, riding my reindeer. It was hilarious. And then, I was in my granny panties, and my pasties were hoof prints. See, and it was just like, when I get when I have a weird idea, I have an opportunity to do it. And I just got done with Funny Fiesta, so I'm good.
See, this is where I'm lost. Because, like, here's how I feel about stuff like this. Like, it's great to make art and make a lot of money doing it. It's great to do that. But, like,
can't relate.
Can't relate with it either. Because,
in concept, I'm like, I'm sure that would be.
But
right.
they're
Never seen
the next level down of whatever that is like where you show up and you're just there, and like you see like the magic of somebody like playing a song and somebody doing a performance, and you're just in the venue, and it's so fun and so silly and so in some ways dumb, but in the best way, and awkward in the best way. And then after it's over, you can't stop giggling about it. You're just like this, and you leave, and you're like, "Shit, man! I need to go." Like your mind starts like clicking, and you're like, "I got to go do more shit." Like, cause like I like your brain's like on art level. There's nothing else like that, and like going to a 9-to-5 job just doesn't have that. You know? And it's like when you can pop out and see somebody do something and you're like, oh, wow. But what if and you're like, and it just, you know, your brain just starts flying. And nothing beats that. And I don't know how to explain that to people, but you know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
like the more weird people you're around, the more it comes out. I don't work box office anymore because I got so busy performing that I couldn't be there to sell tickets every weekend. And between leaving box office and Dry Heat closing, I'm not in that environment as much as I was for a little while. So I'm seeking out going to see different shows.
That's what I need to do.
Just being around those people sparks ideas.
That's where I'm struggling because like I need to be around those people.
Yeah,
I need to be around people that are like they help you like light the fire.
Yeah,
and some of that, you know, it's weird. It's like there's just nothing like it.
Yeah,
anywhere, and it's just amazing. And like some of the worst things is like when you're performing and you're backstage and you can't see the performance, and you can just hear the crowd going fucking nuts.
Yeah,
that's like frustrating. You're like, shit, I want to see. I want to see what the fuck's happening. You know?
I peek through the curtains. And terrible. I'm not good at being backstage. I'm always like, what are you doing?
I'm a curtain jerker, but I mean, I get to do the wrestling, and the wrestling is definitely scratches that itch because I do the commentary. But I definitely could use more for sure. But yeah, so we're at the end of the first hour.
Oh wow!
I know, right?
Fast.
I know, right? Weird. We are professionals here.
It is a very professional setup.
Yeah. You said you've done podcasts before. And
I did one other one. So I didn't, but really, I didn't know you were going to have all these cameras.
Oh, yeah. And then switch like that. So I can switch to you. I can switch to him. I can switch to me. Oh.
Did you like my Easter shirt?
Chelcie and I do not partake.
Yeah.
We are Jewish.
We're Jewish.
Oh, okay. So, it's not a universal holiday? It's like for like a bank holiday?
No.
Is this attached to a religion
Jesus just wasn't that big of a deal. People are gonna be.
I don't know, like President's Day or something.
I just feel the hate mail coming in. No, but I'm all for it. Like I'm all for everyone that celebrates.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great excuse to get together with your family and eat good food.
It's not okay. All the holidays might as well be someone else's holiday. All right. You know? I was raised Scientologist, so I don't keep track of which one is which one else's.
You don't celebrate Halloween?
Well, whose holiday is that? I celebrate
That's
Halloween.
My holiday.
It's a pagan holiday.
Good on. I love it. It has nothing to do with my religion.
Any excuse for a costume.
You know what? I am looking at this shirt now. What in the fuck are you wearing?
I'm wearing a pastel for Easter.
That is a spring color.
That is okay. You don't know this human being. Have you met this guy before today?
No, but I got a good vibe.
This is not what he wears ever. Hold on. Let's scrutinize this audience. I've never in my life seen him wear a shirt with a collar that wasn't a suit. We have a suit on.
Okay, it's true.
You did this on purpose.
It's a holiday.
Wait, but he didn't even notice until you pointed it out. So wait a second.
He has a shirt with a pocket.
Uh-huh.
And he has a shirt that buttons up. This is not normal for him. He is doing this on. I'm done. I'm not going to talk about it anymore because he did this to agitate me. He did this on purpose.
Job well done.
And he does not celebrate Easter, everyone. Stop with your fucking, don't be mean to Smiley horseshit. He does not celebrate this holiday. He's over here just fucking having a time. Look at him.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Son of a bitch.
We should have got chocolate bunnies. We could have been drinking out of the chocolate bunnies.
I failed us today.
Oh, wow.
That's
That's a
cocktails.
great...
You know what?
Like
but say,
Kahlua,
well, wait a minute.
Kahlua coffee.
Today is Easter. Tomorrow is the day after Easter when you buy all those motherfuckers for cheap.
Yeah, it's
And
called
we do
Easter
that,
Monday.
And we do that on Saturday night.
Yeah.
We're going to Saturday night. Let's go back into that because So, what do you have anything coming up to promote?
Just the Characterarium show at the Box Annex on May 15th. That'll be fun.
Nice.
And then the Doodles will be back. We just haven't nailed down the day.
Do you have anything on like YouTube or anything people can go check out?
We do have a YouTube channel, but it only has like one of our videos up right now. We're gonna wait until after that screening, and then everything will
So
be
subscribe.
up. Yeah, at least go to the Instagram. There's a lot of things on there that we worked really hard on.
We're really hard,
Like,
man.
yeah, like they talking about the group of people that keep you inspired. Like the four of us we just crack each other up. It's just nice to have we did a Zoom meeting this morning from bed. All of us were talking
Nice.
because we're filming
wow.
something on Tuesday. So this is the only time that we could talk about the plan for Tuesday. So all of us were in bed. Like, hey, good morning.
Nice.
I love them. It's
Nice.
great.
And you're borrowing this throne for a thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that throne. It's going to be in a movie
Nice.
that all of the people listening right now will definitely go watch.
I'm trying to think. And it's so funny because people are like, "You have that throne, right?" And they're like, and I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "I have an Instagram picture from that." I was like, "Everyone has an Instagram picture in that thing." Smiley, I'm going to vote.
Is a local celeb.
I'm going to vote 2. I don't think you got it in you for Saturday night.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I'm going to make a Facebook invitation after this because I'm old. But Saturday night, midnight to 2 a.m., the Box Theater downtown, 2nd and Gold. We're throwing a party.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to do some stupid shit. Come down. If you're in Albuquerque, come down. If you are not in Albuquerque, tune in live. If you were like, I live in a foreign country, I can never tune in live because it's too early. Not this one. Not this one. You're in Ireland, India, Brazil. Well, maybe not Brazil. I don't know that. I don't know. I don't know how time zones work.
I think you do because you just took out Brazil.
Yeah.
I think you have a fairly good idea there.
Figuring out.
We're pretty big in Brazil. Ayrton Senna rules. But Saturday night, midnight to 2, we're going to be at cardboardplayhouse.org. We're going to be live streaming, I think, on that site. We're going to raise some money. We're going to be drinking Malort. We're going to be acting stupid.
That is correct.
I was like, can we drink? And they said yes. Can
yeah.
we cuss? They said yes. And I
Yep.
said, done. We're there.
Late night is for the adults.
Yeah. We're adult for some kids. I don't know what that means. In the best way, to raise money.
The
To raise
drunk
money.
adults
To raise
will
money.
Give us money.
Nasty.
For the children.
Don't
Yeah.
think nasty.
Adulting for the kids.
We're doing it for a good cause.
Yeah.
I will stop being a child just long enough to help out other children.
Yeah.
Just a
May 2nd through the 5th. Is that? Am I wrong on that, Smiley?
I'm not.
Did I have that incorrectly?
I'm not sure if I have that in my calendar yet.
Oh, great. Good job. May 1st through the 3rd, El Paso Comic-Con. Smiley and I will be down there. We are doing pretty much everything. We are going to host every celebrity panel that we're going to be literally doing a whole day.
Yep.
From 11 a.m. on Saturday till 9 o'clock at night. We're working.
And
What
I
a
believe
day.
we're
we're hosting the cosplay contest.
Yeah, we're hosting the cosplay contest.
I'm going to make you. You know what I'm going to
That's
do?
cool.
Here's what I'm going to do. You're going to host some of the panels.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
challenge accepted.
All right.
I'm like that's
You know what?
that's fine. I mean, there was I mean, yeah.
Because I can't do. I do like last year. I did 11 a.m. till 6. I never left the room.
Yeah, he was getting a little surly. He's like, "Where's our lunch? I need the bathroom."
I need to pee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to pee real bad, and yeah. And
yeah, we can switch off because I was running around trying to find
Yeah.
like microphones and
The
people
best
that
shit-
actually worked there.
Yeah. The best shit too was like they had the Marvel one. They had like 3 of the people from the Marvel universe, and it was the people were lining up for it. And a lot of people came into the one earlier to like steal seats so that they didn't have to wait in line. And I'm standing at the door, and some dude walks up. He's all, "Are you gonna clear this room out so that the people in line can go get a seat?" I was all, "No." And he goes, "You're not gonna do that." I was like, "No." He's like, "Why?" I was like, "That's not my job." I said, "I'm talent. I'm on the stage with the other talent. You need to find somebody here that works here." And I had to learn that. I had to learn that. So back in the day, I would have been like, "Oh, let me help you." Now I'm just like, "No, that's not my role here." It shouldn't say job. That's not my role here.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, it's a healthy boundary too. Like,
and then
they might have a plan that you're not aware of,
right?
And you fuck it up.
Correct. Exactly. So then they come in and they're all, "Can you make an announcement that we need to clear this room?" And I was like, "Sure."
There you go. That's the correct way to go about this.
You've been given instructions.
Correct.
Yeah.
Whereas I felt bad, I was like, "Oh, you asked the wrong person for help. I'm going to take over this area now."
Yeah. And then let's see, May.
You work for me now. This is how this happens.
May 22nd through the 25th. Smiley and I will also be in Houston, Texas for Comic Palooza.
And we're sure about that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'll be there. I don't know about you. I've filled out my shit. I know we got the email that said congratulations. We are. I have to, but to be fair, I did not send you the information that I was supposed to send.
Okay, cool. I'm like, that was definitely not on my calendar.
I'm more excited to return to the bar Natsuwa than I am to the to the Comic-Con.
Oh, that's always fun.
They have the coolest bar, and I mean this with no disrespect to anyone, but it is the truth. They have the coolest bar I've ever seen in my entire life in Houston, Texas.
It is crazy.
So cool
it's amazing.
We'll tell that in the next hour.
Okay.
And then
cliffhanger. We need a cliffhanger.
Yeah, and that's all I got. That's all I got for coming up for dates that are coming up. We have probably more, but I don't want to do anymore. I don't know because
I don't have.
Everybody keeps trying to. Everybody keeps seeing to. They're like, "What are you doing in May?" I'm like, "I am fucking busy. I haven't been busy for 3 fucking months, and now the 1 month I'm busy." You're like, "Oh, hey, let's all pilot." That's how it goes, though, right?
Yeah.
That's how it always works, right?
Hey,
totally.
October seems like a good time. No, leave me alone.
Burn in hell.
I had told myself I was just going to take April off to give myself a birthday present of relaxing a little bit, and. No one's asking me to do things in April anyway, so it's not like I have anything to say no to. Everyone wants to do stuff in May.
Yeah. Well, let me. I don't know what's up with that.
I'll chill.
We'll talk about that as well in the second hour. We're gonna take a break. Go to cardboardplayhouse.org and donate money. Money. It's Easter. Be nice. Be nice
for children.
It's for kids
because they don't charge tuition. It's all audition based.
It is.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's phenomenal. And
it gives access to all the kids in town.
I've been to some of their shows and they are amazing. I wish that existed when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Me too.
So, yeah, we'll be back. We're going to take a break. With that, we are
10 drink minimum.
We're back. It's the Billy / Wavy Hour. Smiley,
I am here.
You still have that shirt on.
What do you think I was going to get rid of it?
I don't know.
You want to take it off right now?
No, no. And see, the shirt you have underneath is what he wears almost all the time.
Yeah, that's my work shirt.
Okay.
I'm wearing your work shirt.
I can't believe he wears glasses.
It's a cosplay.
Okay, Chelcie, he wears glasses that have no
They're stage
prescription in them. Just sometimes on the show because he wants to make fun of me that I have to wear glasses.
Oh.
Well,
what a son of a bitch.
Okay, well, I got the pair of glasses when he was wearing his old pair of glasses.
Yep.
So I made sure to get the ones that looked like his. And then I wore them for a couple episodes. I had to point them out. I was like, "Hey guys, you not notice?"
Well, because people fucking wear glasses, and it's a handicap. So then what do? So he has to wear these red ones because he gets migraines.
It's true.
So I get sunglasses, and I get the fucking red ones, so I can fucking throw it in his face. It's like, "You son of a bitch!"
It's a fun game.
So we were talking a little bit at the break. The dog seems to be.
I might get a wet spot on my
might
jeans.
pee your pants. We were talking a little bit about what were we were talking about, like, you know, kind of like media and life and how it's all kind of.
Comedy's a good break from it all.
Yeah, it's a good break from it all, but also it's like, you know, we're entertainers. We're here to make people.
Yeah.
Forget about their day. Forget about life for a little while. You know.
Yeah, I don't feel obligated to make a political statement in the comedy.
Yeah.
We can have a conversation after the show, sure.
Sure.
But like, my act is here to make you laugh. Can we just leave it like that?
To forget about life for a while. But I was talking about like pro. You know how I always say, like, you know, well, everything's pro wrestling and, you know, people laugh or whatever. But like. I need to get the book and I need to read it, but like so there was this wrestler in the 50s. His name was Gorgeous George. Have you ever heard of the guy?
Mm-mm.
Very famous pro wrestler. He keep in mind, this is the 1950s. His shtick was, and people were like, this is a legitimate sporting contest. They thought that it was. In the 1950s for sure, all the way up until. What was it? 99, 2000? Was it? They did not admit that it was staged.
Oh yeah, when they turned it to sports entertainment.
For tax purposes.
When I was a younger kid, it was like big news.
Yeah. So you got to think though. This is the 1950s. Gorgeous George would come out. He dyed his hair completely blonde. He grew it out. He wore a bunch of different like bobby pins in his hair. He came out with a big like robe with like a fur around it. And he would come out, and he had a couple different like valets that came out with him, like attractive women, and he would come out, and he would come out very feminine, and he would prance to the ring, and he would like prance, and then he would pull the bobby pins from his hair, and he would launch them into the crowd, right? Well, what do you think the men in the audience, because it was predominantly men, did?
They wanted the bobby pins. I would assume.
No, they did not want the bobby. This is 1950s.
Oh. Okay.
They were livid. They booed this fancy man who may or may not be gay, probably.
They don't want to
so then he would get in the ring, and then he would primp his hair, and his hair had to be. He was like, don't touch. He would tell the other wrestler, do not touch my hair. It's it's expensive to get this done. And then when the match would start, the other wrestlers would charge him, and he would immediately duck out the ropes, and the ref would make them back up because if you're in the ropes, it's neutral, you can't. And he would do that all the time, and then he would do that like 3 or 4 times, and then like the ref would kind of position himself in a way that when the 4th time the guy came in, he would duck out of the ropes, and the ref would try to like separate them, and the guy's agitated, and Gorgeous George would like poke the guy in his eyes over the ref so the ref didn't see it, shit like that, right? And the audience went fucking insane that this fucking guy was getting away with all these things, and then the other guy, the face, the good guy, they just want to see him beat him up, and then he would until the end of the match, and then Gorgeous George somehow would cheat and win the match. And people would go insane. And they just wanted to see this man beaten. And then they would, go another week, and then the same thing would happen. Another week. But here's the thing. Every week, the arena's full. The arena's full. So is the bank account. And it just happened over and over and over again. They did this all over the fucking United States. And, everyone's in on it. The promoter, the other wrestler, da-da-da. Well, a lot of people in history figured this out. Muhammad Ali was one of them. He watched Gorgeous George. Bob Dylan was one of them. Bob Dylan talks about him in his books. And these people are like, they realize, like, if I play a certain character, it will get a certain reaction from people. And it's been like, you can type in Gorgeous George and you can go relevance, and you can see all of the different celebrities that have like said I took my stuff from that guy, and it's a thing. It's like, because it's audience reaction. It's like audience reaction, like it's not a positive reaction. but it was a reaction that made people buy
they're
tickets.
all bought in, yeah.
They bought tickets. Muhammad Ali, the performance was in the ring, but most of it was outside the ring. Like, who gives a shit if I fight this guy if no one buys the tickets? The people have to buy the tickets. So if I go write these poems and say all these fucked up things about this guy, and then people are gonna be like, Jesus Christ! Like I hope this guy beats the shit out of him. Fuck, I want to see that. I want to see this guy. Look how loudmouth this guy is. And the whole time the other boxer, like the boxing part, most likely was legitimate. I can't say to that per se, but the actual buildup is not legitimate. They knew that the other it's all fucking a work. Yeah. It's all a work.
Is the origin of hype in the last century?
Yeah. Well, it all comes from. So like even Gorgeous George, like, it all comes from the carnival. It's all carny.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all like, what's that thing that's the thing that's in like Arizona? Have you seen the thing on the billboard? It's like, well, no.
Have you gone and to see that?
Nope.
I have. It's not worth it.
No, exactly. But he paid and went.
Did.
They got you.
They got me. It's just like a little
tourist trap.
From what I remember, it's a little mummified something.
Yeah.
But I think you don't. That's the concept. That you don't know.
You don't know what it is,
unless things have changed. But it's been at least maybe 20 years. But like,
did they sell parts of it?
Yeah.
It's a real kitschy gift shop and fun different things. You have to go through like a whole exhibit to get to the thing.
But the weird thing about all of this is
they have little plush toys of the thing.
Yeah.
They should.
Oh, well, that sounds like a good idea.
Right?
Really capitalize on your...
But
then people would know what the thing
shaped
is.
like the thing is.
But see, I thought...
the secret's out.
I've always thought like, well, that's all been done. No one falls for shit like that anymore. It's just not... they do.
No, they do.
And
emotional reaction, that's what you're trying to get out of people.
We have had, back in the early days of like early 2010s, we made a lot of friends. We were doing this show at the Art Bar, and then the Art Bar closed down. It was the bar that was Buds and Beans across. Yeah.
Well, he made friends.
Yeah. So then we were moving our show over to like Blackbird Buvette, which is now like the Red Door downtown.
Okay.
And we were trying to promote it, and so I was like, they asked us, they were like, hey, can you come and do the show? Hey, you can move your show to our place. I was like, yeah, I would love to do that.
Huzzah!
And like online, I had this weird, like funny, like fake thing going with one of the owners where we like talk shit to each other.
Oh, yeah. Fake beef. I love
fake beef. Yeah, it was all fake beef, right? So then I was like, well, I was like, here's what we got to do. And this was all pro wrestling. I was like, I got to say, hey, I'm going to go on social media and be like, hey, I think it'd be cool. We should move our show to Blackbird Buvette. It's our favorite place. And then you post a sign next to the schedule that said no podcasting allowed. And you take a picture and you post it on social media. And, so Dandy, he's like, yeah, let's do that. So I post like, all that, and then he separately posts a thing on their business page, and like one of the and then I post like, did you guys see this? They're not gonna let us fucking podcast. This is fucking bullshit. And like one of the dudes underneath goes, I work there. That is the schedule. He's like, holy shit! Like they're not allowing podcasters to be at the Blackbird Buvette. So then Billy and I go and record, like he was my co-host at the time. We record this like fake scripted thing where I'm like acting like we're recording on the show, and I snipped it from the show, and I was like, did you see this? I was like, they will not allow us there, da 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 da, and I put it out. I was like, we talked about it on the show, and we didn't. and like I thought people were going to be like, this is entertaining, this is silly, and it's going to get people there. The guy who owned the place had people message him, and they were like, who the fuck is this guy? I will fly in and help you beat his ass if you need me to beat his ass. And I was like, and he was like, no, we're friends. It's just all like,
we go to brunch with this guy. It's cool.
We brunch.
I was shocked at how many people like really believed it.
That's funny though. Okay, ironically, I watched Monsters Inc. the other night.
Yeah.
Like I like to get stoned and fall asleep to an animated movie. Who doesn't?
Nice.
Right?
Yeah,
Simple pleasures. And I was thinking about it that like especially right now, the whole concept of that movie, like the screams are what they want from everybody because that powers everything. But the laughter ends up being more powerful than the fear. And that's kind of just really relevant with the world that we live in today. That like a lot of media outlets, kind of like what we were talking about during the break, like the more controversial your statement is, or the more clickbait your content is, and the more you can get that emotional reaction out of people, the more they're going to buy into paying attention to what you're doing. And I just wish that people would follow that curve, that the scary stuff is only gets you so far. Go to the funny stuff. If we can talk and have a nice dialogue about this and end up laughing, it's so much more productive than the conspiracy theory, fear-mongering stuff.
It all goes back to...
You got to be able to laugh at stuff.
All the music I grew up listening to was the one that had the parental advisory on it.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, we got to fight the PMRC, man. They can't censor us. And the censorship was they put a sticker on your album. And that's the greatest shit. Like, if you got that stuck on your album, good job. Because then every fucking kid was like, I got to have that album now. Yeah. I need it. I need it. I need it. And then you'd go get it, like, and you'd be like, they said pussy like 5 times. I don't know what the fuck. You know?
What's the big deal?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the big deal is, I mean, if you were my age, you always had to get a decoy album to go with that. What did you get? And you had to show the one that wasn't the parental advisory on it. I went to the store and I went to the mall and I got this one. Oh, okay.
It couldn't have been a better like fucking advertisement. Like if I walked in and I was like, oh.
But then my brother's like, well, what'd you really get? I'm like, I got this over here.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I want to listen to that.
I had every Two Live Crew album that ever came out. As an adult, I've gone back to listen to Two Live Crew. Awful.
Right?
Absolutely awful.
I had that on tape too. Don't let mom see it.
Have you ever heard Two Live Crew?
Honestly, probably, but I'm so bad at matching songs to artists.
Hold on, let's see if we can. I don't know how much we could play.
Yeah, like, right.
We'll lose. Not because of the.
It's the language on it. Right?
No. It's because it's copyrighted. But like.
Oh man.
What's the rule? Like 20 seconds.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Let's see, Two Live Crew. Leeway. I mean, the big one's "Me So Horny."
Yeah.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah,
my mom snuck that onto the ballot for her graduating class, and it won like class song, but the administration was pissed. And chose, like "Don't You Forget About Me" and one of those other songs instead. It's one of my favorite stories that my mom's ever told me.
Let's see. No, I don't know if I want to.
Long time.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yep, that's the tape. That's the tape I had.
Just terrible, and misogynistic and awful. But I was like,
it was a different time.
16. I was like,
do what did he? Wow. That's right.
Terrible.
She'll serve all the boys if I buy her a rock.
See, just awful.
Yeah.
But I'm like 16. I can't do no more than that. That's about all as I could do. But yeah.
And it was just
but it had a parental advisory on it. I was like, I gotta see that. I gotta hear that.
That little black box in the corner made it gold.
Oh yeah. Thanks Tipper Gore.
Well, it's like Rick and Morty is not a show that kids are allowed to watch, but then you get into some of those episodes and it's this like deep emotional, psychological stuff that's going on that makes you like
the nihilism. Nihilism.
You think you're just watching like a naughty animated show. No, you're not. You're going to therapy. They're tricking you.
Yeah.
I'm all trying to tell my my nephews. I'm like, have you read Dostoevsky? And they're like, what? That was like the whole episode's about that book. And they're like, what the hell are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah. Are you into philosophy? Do you like Rick and Morty? Then
I've never seen a cartoon where you have to study sometimes to get the jokes, and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Right. So many layers.
The one that like pre right wing Dennis Miller. His early stuff, Dennis Miller was like that, where I was a kid and I was listening to a stand up and I'd be like,
oh, you had to know some literary references.
Yeah, I know that's funny, but I need to go read to know why that's funny, you know? And some of that is there's, you know, I feel like in the comedy short run that's not good, but in the long run, you probably influence more people in a way, but like that doesn't pay the bills. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What was his name again?
Dennis Miller.
That's right, Dennis Miller. He was in the second Tales of the Crypt movie.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Well, I was thinking.
See, it's funny what sticks with you.
Just came to my mind.
It's funny what sticks with you.
Yeah, I was like, what was the last thing I saw him in? And like, I haven't seen him in anything for. It was in a Tales of the Crypt movie. It was the second.
I mean, well, let's talk. Okay, who are your like comedic influences?
It was a major motion picture.
Okay, so I got a writing degree. Like I went to school for. Originally, it was theater, and then I switched things because I was like, I'm never gonna get a job working in theater. But I love to write, and I think a lot of. Like, I've read Amy Poehler and Tina Fey's books. Every Chelsea Handler book. I think
I haven't read the Chelsea. I've done the Tina Fey. I need to do the Amy Poehler.
The Amy Poehler one's good.
I've read Bossy Pants.
Mindy Kaling's book. Like I think just like female comics that write books are like my. That's the perfect avenue for me because I mean like. Growing up, like SNL was my world.
I was about
I was
to
a
go
Saturday
there.
Night Live kid. I've never stopped. I watched the last night's episode this morning.
I watched some of it. I watched the opening. I haven't watched anything else, but I will.
Yeah.
The thing is like
it ebbs and flows.
Someone the other day was like, "Well, I don't think SNL's that like influential anymore." I was like, "Yeah, it's the number one watched thing on YouTube, so I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah,
I mean,
I would say like it. Maybe not the whole episode is gold every time.
No,
but they still have.
But it never was like that.
No,
yeah, I was gonna say there's always gonna be something.
But there's so like if you're for people. Okay, have you read the SNL book, the one that they keep adding to? The history of SNL. You have not? Okay, they have an audiobook and they add to the audiobook too.
Okay.
So it's like the history of SNL. And it starts from the beginning, and it goes through every single year.
That's
like
cool.
Every year. Some years they kind of go quickly. They go through the first 5 years pretty the first cast pretty slow, and then the second cast pretty slow, and then some they go through quicker than others, but definitely they go through all the different eras, and it's pretty amazing. I've read that one. And I've read the one that's just about the original cast. I've done both. And the fact they have only ever done one movie about it.
Yeah, that's mind blowing when they movie that just in the last couple of years.
How'd you feel about that movie?
I enjoyed it because it was like being in the performer environment, feeling that anxiety and your heartbeat never chilling the whole time. Like I loved it for that, and I love Gilda Radner. The casting was so well done with the people in that movie.
Yeah, the casting agent was the star of that movie.
Yeah, I think it was so perfectly put together. But I wish there was more because there's a lot of different things to get into. Yeah, and it made me think. Just total side direction too. Like Mel Brooks is like a huge foundation of just my creative interest in general. Yeah. And with that, Madeline Kahn. I love her so much, and I think of, like Clue is one of my favorite movies too. And I think of flames on the side of my face. When I think about like the things that make me laugh, it's never anything that's within my lifespan. Like my Spotify age last year was 89.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, that feels right.
Have you watched a Futile? What is it called? Hold on, let me pull it back up. A Futile and Stupid Gesture. Have you watched that movie?
That sounds familiar. Who's in it?
It's Will Forte. It is on Netflix, and it is about Doug Kinney. It's mainly about Doug Kinney. Do you know who Doug Kinney was?
This is sounding vaguely familiar. It could have been something I watched.
Everyone in comedy should all know who Doug Kinney was.
Will Forte's hilarious.
So Doug Kinney was him, and I can't think of the other guy's name.
I'm pretty sure I know who he is.
They were the two guys that left the Harvard Lampoon, and they started National Lampoon.
Yes. Okay.
They started the actual National Lampoon magazine, and because of that, it led to the National Lampoon Radio Hour, which led to all of those people being on that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then they wanted them. Then NBC came in and said, "We want you to do a TV show," and they were like, "Absolutely not." And then they went fine, and they went and hired Lauren Michaels, and Lauren Michaels went and hired all those people away from National Lampoon, including some of the writers, and started SNL. So Doug Kinney got mad and wrote Animal House, and then wrote Caddyshack. And so it's a movie. It's a movie with Will Forte plays Doug Kinney, and Doug Kinney's best friend was Chevy Chase, and him and Chevy Chase went to Hawaii together to do a cocaine bender.
Yes,
As
you
you
do.
do.
As you, Chevy Chase went back to L.A. Because he had he was being Chevy Chase at that
Yep.
moment, and they found Doug Kinney's shoes by the side of a cliff, and they never found him. He died, and
Oh my God.
yeah, it's kind of an interesting film, and the way they film it, it's pretty interesting because like Martin Mull plays old Doug Kinney, which there is no such thing. And it's kind of an interesting film, but it's on Netflix. It's
Okay, I
called
definitely haven't watched it, but
A Futile and Stupid
on my list
Gesture.
now.
And it just kind of, but it's really weird because like,
This came out a few years back, right?
yeah,
Okay,
it
I
was
have seen it.
probably 5 or 6 years ago.
And it came out like the same year as they did like an actual documentary on the whole National Lampoon.
Yes,
I have seen
yes.
this. I have seen this.
And if it's really weird to watch that movie and I mean and then notice and know that like the backbone of like my childhood is all these guys, because like it's like from the 1960s on, everyone that was to do with all of that little world created all the comedy that like this branching insane network, because if they created SNL. I mean they in a way, because like one of the guys left National Lampoon was what is the writer's name? And he was a big prolific writer in the early days of SNL. And then he
My
died.
Memory recall is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's bad. I don't remember that one.
And he was the one that like in the movie one of the guys from the state in Reno 911 plays him. And in the SNL book, like no one ever talks about him in a good way. He was just very like, if you sucked, he would tell you that you were fucking terrible. But it's crazy like how much like incestuous it was. And like they would, it was like
most theaters are.
And it was like all these people from New York, and then they started bringing in people from Chicago, and then they brought in their friends, and then they brought people in from Toronto, and then they brought their friends, and then they brought people in from LA, and then they brought their friends, and that's how it fucking all works. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, you just gotta. I mean, I look at like Adam Sandler's a perfect example. That,
Yes.
like, if you enjoy the people that you're working with,
Mm-hmm.
and you've got a good personal and professional balance with these
Right.
people, you just want to keep making projects with them. You know?
And let's be honest, that's how it is.
Yeah. So, like, I can see why a lot of things feel like an insider's club, but,
Yeah.
like, having had a micro
Mm-hmm.
experience compared to, like, making these $1 million movies,
Yeah.
you feel like you have more freedom to make the weird stuff.
Well-
And you're going to land the joke if you feel like you're in an environment where
There's
you
that,
throw shit at the wall and see what sticks.
but you also like, there's chemistry.
Yeah.
And there's also like trust, and there's also like okay, we've worked together in a way, and I know that like if I'm on a thing, you're gonna come out, you're gonna perform, and then and vice versa, hopefully, and so therefore, like if I'm gonna do a thing and someone hits me up and I'm like, well, what is this? And they're like, well, we're doing this thing, and like la la, and Chelsea's there, and like Chelsea's gonna be, I'm like, okay. I am more apt to be like, okay, because I know I'm not going to be out on a cliff by myself trying to be an entertainer. I know you're going to be there, and I trust that, like, and vice versa, that like if I see you out being like, I don't know how to say this, but like you're out there like not doing well.
Yeah.
I can maybe help, or I can, cheer, or I can, something. You know what I
The
mean?
crowd is super quiet.
Yeah.
Throw some woos in. Give me some pity woos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which helps.
Yeah, it does.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that's one of the nicest things about the community that we have here in town is that whether you're doing like straight scripted plays or it's
Right.
stand up or it's improv or it's drag. Like there's so much crossover with the
Oh,
friendships.
insane,
And
yeah.
everyone's so ride or die for each other that like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter who the regular people buying the tickets are that show up to your shows.
Right.
Those 3 people that are there that know how you feel right now are going to make sure you're taken care of.
Yes, that's that. You said it just better than I did, way better than I did. They're making sure that you've taken care of, and they know that it. Like, first of all, every night's not going to be the best. It's
No.
just how it works. You know,
That's part of the fun.
Yeah.
You don't know where it's going to go wrong, but
Yeah,
something's going to
yeah.
go wrong somewhere.
the thing you did the last time is not as it's not funny this time for some reason, and it's those
Crowd's
people.
different. Joke's not going to land.
Yep,
Yeah.
and it's those people that are there after that are like, yeah, it's fine, man. You'll get it, you know, and they get it, you know, and that's just how it goes, right?
Yeah.
I've been cheered, I've been booed.
Sorry about that.
No. So I come out like in wrestling now, like it's because I'm the announcer. I'm one of the commentators. So
I got the wrong cue. Okay.
So no. So this has nothing to do with you now, Smiley. So like we went to WWE, and WWE, like before they do Raw, they bring out the announcers and let them walk down, and the crowd either cheers or boos or whatever if they like them. So the owner was like, I think we should do that with you guys, and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Did not go like I thought. They bring us out and they boo, and then someone's like, you got fired. Because that was the storyline that happened. I got fired because I had to leave for a little while. So we did a storyline that I got fired. And my problem was like I was ready for the to cheer, and like they didn't cheer.
Yeah.
And so this last time I turned, like I got some cheers this last time, but one lady's booing me. So I turned, I was like, you're not gonna cheer me. She goes, no, I'm Charlie 50's friend. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come out, I'm gonna have like a suit jacket on, and then I'm gonna pull out a flower for her the next, like she always sits in the same place, and I'm gonna try to like butter her up, and I think that's
fun.
the performer in me,
Yeah.
What I really want her to do is grab it and just crush it and throw it, but then I'm not the villain here, I'm not the bad person, so hey,
You're trying to mend fences.
yeah. But that's the fun of it, right? I was taking it personally. I was like, well, wait a minute. No, I need to roll with this. I need to take this the right direction.
Yeah.
Have fun with it.
The sillier the thing is, the more people are going to be like, what are you even doing?
What are you even doing?
Like,
Well, it's
that
all,
holds the
first of all,
attention. They don't come to see something regular.
No.
They
First of
don't
all,
want to see the guy they work with. They
No.
want to see something new.
First of all, it's all fucking silly.
Yeah.
It's fucking wrestling.
Yeah.
See, I feel like being like someone who's done plays, right?
Yeah.
Being someone who's done burlesque, right? It trips me out when I talk to people about wrestling. They're like, well, that's different. I'm like, it's not.
Oh, I don't think
the
so.
backstage is 100% the same. People are always
I
like,
think of like dancing a lot
Yeah.
too. It's
Yeah.
a lot of choreography and the storylines that you're having to show with your body and not your dialogue.
correct. So the thing that makes me laugh is people are always like, I wish I could go backstage. And I'm like, nah, you don't want to be back there. You do not want to be back there.
It's a different backstage.
It's
The
almost.
personality you see, well, I don't know for
Yeah,
wrestling,
yeah.
but like in general, the
Oh.
personality on stage is not the person
No,
you're going to meet
right.
backstage.
It's like a play is backstage. You walk back there, two wrestlers, or one's like brushing the other one's hair, like getting his hair ready, and then like cleaning up his uniform or whatever, or two guys that are gonna go at it later. They're both like back there, and one's like, well, what if and the other one's like, oh, yeah, or they're going through like their
a little
shit,
more gentle.
and or everyone's like watching. Or it's like a play. It's like everyone's like, or like someone's like amping themselves up. You don't want to talk to them because you can tell.
Yeah.
Don't talk to them right now. They're zoned out. They're like getting in the zone, lighting it up, And for me, when I'm behind that curtain, I can literally just like turn, talk to everybody, and they'll go, and I'll walk over, and I'll hear the music, and I'm literally like. Flips them up, and then as soon as it hits and you pull that curtain, that's like switch, and then I'm like all body language. I'm
Okay.
all like I'm pulling like the jacket open to show the shirt, or like where I turn and it's all body language.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a microphone.
Crowds.
So what else can I
anyway.
do than do facial expressions, body language? Because that's it.
Yeah.
But like you were saying earlier, like off the air, you're like there was some things you wanted to do as a burlesque performer.
Yeah,
What is
I
that?
was thinking about it. Like, okay, so I mentioned Drew Frost that I grew up with. When we started doing this Alma show, I was kind of confused. Like, you're just the co-host, like, because we grew up doing theater together, and I kind of thought, like, well, you could do something. It's a variety show, and I kind of jokingly had said one time,
Well, he was like pivotal though.
Yeah, he's a fun personality. I'm incredibly biased, but like,
no, he's great.
He's great. And he used to do a lot of magic when we were younger.
Okay,
and so
now I've turned on him.
What if you brought back doing the silly magic tricks, but like it was bad magic, like like the tricks were not going well, and I love to make props. I'm a big prop person, and I was saying, like, I will make it like a thing so he could saw me in half, but I'll make a fake like bottom half, so when he splits, it's like guts fall out, like you really cut me in half.
I think
it would be hilarious if like the trick just goes super wrong, and I just want to play the assistant that is like, oh my god, what happened? And I think it I don't know, like some shock value in there. We could do it for a Halloween thing. I don't know.
See, and he said no.
No, he said no.
What a scumball.
But maybe we can
Let's fight
work
him
on that.
Let's fight him. No.
Yeah.
I see. I dig that. Like there was a guy, I think he's since passed. The Amazing Jonathan.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is.
Did you ever see him? He was
so.
that magician. Like for most of it, I don't like magicians, but like I'm not a huge fan. But I loved him. He was a comedian. But like he did a thing with his assistant like that. Like he would be like, "Well, hold this card," and she was like very like ditzy acting, and she's like, "Well, I don't know where to put it," and then he just like grabbed a stapler and he put it up and he like stapled it to her head. And everybody's like, oh, and it was like that shock value, and he's like, well, there, he's like, you won't lose it. And they would like argue on stage, but then it was all the act,
Yeah.
And then like they ended up like making 2 different documentaries about him, and the 2 different documentarians didn't know they were making 2 different documentaries about him. And he was a big
this was right at the end.
Yeah. And I guess he was big
because I grew up with him.
He was big on meth. And something happened.
The Amazing Jonathan?
Yeah.
The Amazing Jonathan.
Yeah. And
he was where he's got a beard and a headband. And I loved his performance.
He was huge. He was real big for like a second, and then he disappeared because of the meth addiction.
I figured he got like a residency somewhere.
Yeah, and I'm sure he did. But then like...
Because he used to be like on like every single one of the Comedy Central like variety shows.
Yep.
Like, it's like, and the Amazing Jonathan. And,
and every time as a kid, I was like, holy shit, this guy's sick.
Yeah, he's so cool.
Because it was so funny and
he'd
like
actually
shocking.
And he would still do magic tricks too.
Yeah.
And they just all be jokes.
Yeah.
That's really
cool.
And he got addicted to meth. And then like by the time they were doing the documentaries, he had like some fatal disease. And it killed him. Yeah, it was like crazy. But by the end, he was like, I'm going to do these 2 documentaries. I'm not going to tell either one of them because I don't know which one's going to be the better one.
Yeah. Did they come out like...
Yeah.
Completely different
I've only watched
tones?
one of them, I think. I don't know. I've only watched one of them.
I saw them
because that's the fun thing because I
one
watch
of them
so many documentaries. I like when it's the same subject, same story you're telling, but the documentarian tells it completely different lens.
Oh yeah, one of them's more like behind the scenes because like his assistant is his wife, so there's like the whole, and then the other one's like all about his performance side.
Yeah.
And so like I was like, I don't know, he must have been feeding him lines like different lines. Like this is great because you want to watch both.
Yeah.
You want to watch both because one of them's like
trick.
Yeah, one of them's like all about him and like his wife, and the other one's all about him and his wife on stage.
Yeah.
And you're like, nice, both sides of the story.
Yeah, the person and the performer.
Well, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of comedy and a lot of comedians, there's, there's the theater of pain. There's like the laughter and the tragedy. But a lot of comedians, like, especially throughout my life, as you're like, man, that guy was amazing, and then you find out like the truth of it all.
Yeah.
And you're like, comedians are very broken people.
Oh yeah.
Do you find that in your, like, the people you work with, are you that way? Or, you know?
Yeah, I think it's weird. I kind of have a weird relationship with comedy because I didn't really, like, as a kid, I wanted to be on SNL. That was my dream job. But I didn't realistically think that was going to happen because everybody it's like being like, I'm going to be a marine biologist. Everybody's got the same dream job when they're a kid.
Yeah. Now it's like, I want to be a YouTuber. Like, I want to be an influencer.
Yeah. And in high school, when I was like really getting into writing things, I was writing a lot of like more dramatic things and sad poetry, and a lot of the short stories that I write are like really emotional and not funny. And then I got into college and was trying to pursue that and had way too many. We could do another whole 2 hours just talking about traumatic experiences. And like my grandpa was a popular bartender in town. Steve Garrick had Spectators, and he was killed in a home invasion. This summer. It'll be 11 years.
Wow.
This is his signature right here on my tattoo.
I'm
That's
so sorry.
terrible.
And it really, I had a couple with all the health stuff and the epilepsy and everything that was going on, and like other family members that passed away. Plenty of other things had happened, but he was the prankster in the family. He was the funny one. He was the one that would stay up and watch scary movies with me late at night.
Aww.
And like losing him changed a lot. And it was hard to write about the sad stuff. I couldn't do dramatic shows anymore where I'm crying and delivering like some kind of passionate monologue anymore because the emotions were like too real. And I think I kind of fell into comedy because of the environment I was in, but because it's healing.
Yeah.
But I mean, you hear stories about like Robin Williams now and think like, how could the funniest person maybe ever be so sad? And it's like, yeah, I'm in trauma therapy every week. I go weekly to talk about still unpacking a lot of stuff. And I think I'm able to compartmentalize a lot of things and just focus on the joy of life and the laughter and the things that feel good, because I have touched the things that don't feel good.
Right.
And so I think
we're all
every
broken.
good, not to say I'm a good comic, because again, I'm the charcuterie board. I don't even have one lane that I stay in. I'm all over the place.
Right.
I like the buffet element of it, but like I think to enjoy and be good at your art, you have to also have that balance of pain. You know, it's the drama faces. You know, the comedy and tragedy are so so intertwined.
It's so much. And do you find like personal relationships tough, or is that
kind of?
Yeah.
I think the best relationships that I have with like other people are, because my dog is my best relationship.
As you see me with
with
my dog.
Like the other people who do comedy or have some kind of artistic outlet, those are the people that I connect with the most.
Same.
Because I think if you're able to channel whatever's going on into your mind into something else, whether that's ceramics or painting or improv, wherever you go. If you've found a way to like take this thing that hurts and put it somewhere else, like I can communicate with you.
Yeah.
It's the people that don't get outside their little mental box that I'm like, I don't think we have anything to offer you.
So like I grew up nice and adjusted. Like, okay. Well, anyway.
Great. That's good for you.
Nice button-up shirt.
Yeah. You square.
Nerd.
Yes, I used to wear this to raves in the early 2000s.
I mean, if it's a good texture.
There's literally some... there's a drug stain on this corner.
But, like, even, like, the people that, like... So who are your, like, SNL, like, who are your favorite people?
It's hard because, like, I want to say Mike Myers and Dana Carvey are very high up there.
Wow, that's a weird one for your age, though. But I get it.
I blame my parents. I didn't. It's funny to me when I do want to watch like little kid stuff now, because I feel like when I was a kid, like I wanted to watch Jaws. I loved the X-Files was my favorite TV show when I was a kid. My grandma says my first full sentence that I spoke was Fox Mulder and Dana Scully, which I argue is not a sentence. It's just two names. But she says that was the first sentence I ever said. So like I
Drop
just
box
feel like
on
I was
full
heavily
stop.
influenced by the hippies that raised me, and so yeah, it's back there.
Yeah,
but then of course there's like Kristen Wiig and Maya Rudolph, like newer.
See, mine,
members,
hands down, Phil Hartman.
Yeah,
and and that ended fucking atrocious, right?
Yeah,
I know. No more seasons.
And then I didn't realize it at the time, but when he died. Immediately, I was like, Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald was fucking amazing, man.
There's some people you don't realize are important to you because I mean, celebrities pass away all the time.
All the time, yeah.
I think about like deaths that I've cried over, and like when Heath Ledger died, it like ripped me up, and I don't. There are other actors that I admire so much of their work that have died since then, but I don't know what it was about Heath Ledger that like twisted me.
I have weird ones. I have those two. I have Ryan Dunn from Jackass.
Yeah, from Jackass, yeah.
And then John Denver. It's very weird, yeah. But I was big. I love John Denver, but yeah. But like Phil Hartman, if you go back and watch Phil Hartman's stuff, like he's one of the only people that they went to him and they were like, "Hey, we would like for you to come audition for SNL," and he was like, "No thanks, I'm good." He did.
That was a good impression.
And they were like, "What?" And he was like, "No, I'm good." And they're like, "John Lovitz says you're amazing." He goes, "I'm good though. I'm making lots of money here and I'm doing real well. I don't need it." And then like once he went there, if you listen to if you read the books, when he was there, they all called him the glue. They were like, if you want to write a sketch and you want it to get on the air, write Phil in the sketch. And if they would say, and this means a lot, and I think you'll get this. If you had something that was kind of funny, if you went there and you pitched it to Phil, he would say something that would make it really funny.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, like that's how good he was just good. He could just, well, what if you say this? And then it would just fucking throw it in the stratosphere. But he didn't want a credit on it. He would just be like, I'm in it, right? Cool.
Yeah.
And that's how he was.
There are just magical people like that walking
that was
around.
talk radio.
Yeah. Oh, talk radio, yeah.
He would have 2 lines in every episode. That was it. And you're like, oh, man.
And they were the best shit ever. Yeah.
And that series would have floundered, and it did flounder without him. Like, honestly, you're like, as much as I love Dave Foley, Phil Hartman's 2 lines every episode just nailed it together.
Yeah.
Glued it together. There you go.
And then Norm Macdonald. I mean, that whole, like, there's something to be said about the whole Norm Macdonald Weekend Update O.J. Simpson thing. They told him to stop. Do you know about this?
No, I know the story. I don't know the backstory.
So they were him and Jim Downey, which if you've not watched that documentary, that is fantastic too. It's on Hulu. Do you know who Jim Downey is?
Again, name recall.
Jim Downey was head writer for SNL twice, and he was probably the longest running writer on SNL. And the documentary is called Downey Wrote That. So, like, all the big sketches... yes. Yeah.
Let me...
So, when Downey came back one of the times... He came back multiple times. One of the times, they were like... He was, like, divorced. He just got divorced, and, like, shit happened. Because, And they were like, well, why don't you come back and just write for Update with Norm? We're going to bring Norm in and let him do it. So they did. And Jim Downey is, like, a fucking... comedic writer like none other. So right away they start going into the OJ stuff, right? Because the OJ Simpson shit is happening. Well, the president of NBC golfed with OJ and is friends with him and is like, and he came to them and he's like, I know I understand the funny parts of it, but can you stop doing the OJ stuff? And they were like, yeah. Double down on the OJ stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And so they started doing more. And it got to the point where he was like, I need you guys to stop doing it. So then they did more. Because also, it was like fucked up what was happening. Like, And it got to the point where he's like, if you do any more, I'm gonna have to do something. And they fired Jim Downey. Like Jim Downey goes, I got a phone call. He goes like in the documentary, he's like, I got a phone call. They're like, hey, Chris Farley died, and you and Norm you were fired, and Norm wasn't, but he went with Downey. He was like, I'm not gonna let him get fired, and I'm not going without you, But if you watch those jokes, they, like, knowing all that, they are just fucking amazing. Like, when OJ, it's like OJ Simpson said in court today, they brought out a sock, or they brought out a knit cap that they found on the ground at the OJ Simpson scene to present in trial, and OJ had to say, hey, careful with that. That's my lucky stabbing hat. And just those jokes, right? And then the other one was when he got acquitted. The very next SNL, Norm
the
goes,
famous one.
Norm goes, well, it's official. Murder is legal in California.
That was on the local news, man.
And and then when he did the ESPY Awards, he goes, Damon Woodson's here, and he won the Heisman Trophy this year. Man, it's a prestigious award, very hard to win. He's all, and they can never take it away from you. Well, unless you murder your wife and a waiter. Like, holy shit! Like, wow! Like, the thing about Norm is, like, if he went for the joke, whether it killed his career or not. Yeah. Many times, and that made him a legend. I mean, it didn't make him rich, but it made him a legend.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like that. Wasn't he like a notoriously bad gambler?
Oh, degenerate gambler.
So I'm not surprised he kind of went into his work life as well.
All right, Licky.
This is a good joke. I'm just gonna do it.
So, but I mean, that
thrill of it.
But Carvey,
I got away with saying that.
But Carvey and Myers, and it's funny. Who do you watch any of it? Like, you watch it now, still, right? Have you?
Yeah.
I know what I wanted to ask you. Have you watched the James Franco documentary about SNL?
Are
you sure you're obsessed with SNL?
No, I've never heard of that.
Are you talking about his college one? His college film? Yeah, that's like the behind. Yeah,
So
like that he made while he was in school
at NYU. He did a documentary where he got to film. I don't know how you haven't seen this if you're obsessed. They went from Sunday night to Saturday night, and he filmed everything. And it's a John Malkovich episode. It's all black and white. I want to think it's called Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday Night or something.
I think it's called Saturday Night.
Yeah.
I've never really been the biggest James Franco.
No, but
but if it's not him in front of the camera,
and it was before he was even famous.
Yeah, he was famous already, because otherwise they wouldn't have let him do it. But it shows like them in the room, like pitching, the pitch room. It shows like some of the people up late, and they're like working on shit, and it's like, oh fuck, man. To me, it's like where it's at. It's like, fuck. And then there's Jay Moore's Gasping for Airtime, where he talks about why he had to leave SNL. That one's a fucking phenomenal one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a lot of the best of DVDs of all the different cast members. That's when I'm watching documentaries, it's usually like a true crime or something about cults or like Earth stuff. What
do you mean by Earth
history
stuff?
And like where continents Pangea kind of
nerd
stuff. Like I like to just learn something that maybe I'll do trivia someday, and this will be useful.
Well, see, the reason why I'm obsessed with shit like that is because I'm trying to figure out why I am the way I am. That's the truth. It's like, why the fuck am I like, what is wrong with me?
Yeah.
And because life is like certain parts of life are super make super sense to me and I don't find them hard. And then like regular everyday life, everybody's like, I don't know how you don't get that. And I'm like, I don't know why I don't get it either.
Well, things can change so quickly. Yeah. Like your life can just blow up.
Yeah, and then I'm like, I don't know why. And they're like, you haven't seen the signs? And I'm like, no, I was over here doing this other thing that makes 100% of sense to me. I don't know.
Yeah. Comedy is a good way to like work that kind of stuff out, though. That like it might have nothing to do with your lived experiences, but it makes you think about something and you start connecting the dots.
Mine is more of like, I don't know why I have to chase these things. I don't know why. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Why you chase the things you do?
No, I don't. I don't know what my motivations are.
There you go.
I really don't. I think something I've really figured out this last year has been a real big transformational year for me. I had an epic breakup.
There you go.
I'm about to hit a year of that.
I've been there.
I was in a 12-year relationship.
Okay.
I was with him through the death of both of his parents, and
thought
that we were working toward a common goal here.
You guys were going to murder a drifter to feel alive. That was the common goal. Yeah.
Yes. That we had big goals. He left me for his stepsister.
What the? Wait, whoa.
Whoa. Exactly.
Whoa.
Yeah. So.
Whoa.
Not even like new stepsister. Like she was his stepsister before we even had been together.
Wait. Was this
12 years? I treated her like my sister.
Was this before the popularity of the stepsister pornography?
I'm not sure. Part of, but this is, I'm kind of trying to work on like a stand-up act about this now that like I have issues in my current dating life that like if you're really close with your sister, that's a red flag to me now.
So that's my sister, and he's like brushing her hair. He's all, like, we're close. We're really close family.
I don't feel good about that. Because, I mean, there were lots of things looking back that, like, something was going on, but why would I ever assume it was his sister? Like, I'm living out the plot of a poorly written porn. But it's been really cool to, like...
Not poorly written, just lazy.
Yeah, lazy. Come
just
on.
a lazy porn.
Just ridiculous.
So who you cheating with? The other person I spend all my time with.
Yeah.
Because I'm lazy.
There's not enough girls in this town.
Well, yeah. Well,
maybe that's the problem.
But like for you, he's like, it's fine. I'm just hanging out with whatever her name is. Yeah. And you're like, oh, all right. Yeah.
There was a night the week before my birthday last year that he didn't come home, and I was calling, and I called the sister, not the stepsister, because I knew he had been with her, and was like, I can't find him. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't like it anymore. No. I can't find him. Where is he? And she called the stepsister, and then called me back and was like, he's over at her house. He fell asleep on the couch. She's waking him up. And then a few minutes later, he called me, and he's on his way home in the middle of the night, and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I just passed out when we got home from the bar. And I was like, you're not home from the bar. But I didn't question that because he was at his sister's house. Why?
My other question is, how did the real sister feel about that as well?
Oh, when everything came out, it was from what I understand, because I've really distanced myself from all of them. It was a big bomb for the family to deal with too. Like, can you imagine? Like, your parents are gone and I get clinging on to your remaining family, but not on that level. That's a little fucked
I mean, not clinging on, not in. I mean, yeah.
Hey. Yeah, it was nasty. Like again, like more than a decade of my life with this person. And I moved in with my stepdad, and I came back and to get all my stuff out of the house, and she had moved in with him.
Wow. Like, so it had been going on.
Oh yeah. For sure. He told me it started after we broke up. There's no way. We'd only been broken up for just a few weeks when I went to get the rest of my stuff, and my bedside table, my bathroom, my closet.
Why did you guys break up then if you didn't know about it?
He broke up with me. Yeah. Right after my birthday.
Fuck me, man.
It was weird. I had a burlesque show on my birthday too, and like there's a lot of this sounds so cocky. There's a lot of people who've come up like, you? And I don't know. Like, there's something wrong with me.
I just thought that I went to saying I did the same thing in my mind. I was like, he broke up with you for that. Yeah. I thought you were like
someone will be better to you. I'm not a good enough guy. Speech and
after 12 years.
Yeah, and I was like, a few weeks prior. We're talking about potential timeline of when we were going to get married.
Well, I mean, it sounds like he was correct on telling you these things.
Oh yeah. No, I've been seeing somebody else that treats me like a queen. Oh. Like it's a totally
not a step
experience.
Queen though, right?
Not a step queen. I said something about he had said one time like, you deserve princess treatment, and I'm kind of a shit and was like, nah, I'm not a princess, and he went, oh, a goddess, I got it. And that's the kind of level of treatment that I'm getting now, and that's kind of nice. But also I'm terrified to trust people anymore because
no, I got you, yeah.
12 years you think you've got it figured out. But I do think that me getting into all of these hobbies and this comedy charcuterie board that I've built for my life probably put a big wedge between us, because that's just not his lifestyle. It's not his area, and that's me expressing myself, I think.
And that's a thing, and that's see, people, it's funny because like I have a lot of relationship issues with people, and a lot of it is because, and that's again like why I like, people are like, you know, why I'm obsessed about like SNL. I'm obsessed about like, you know, I read a lot of like biographies, and it's like, why am I the way I am? Why can't I just settle down and be happy and like do normal shit like people do? And I just can't do it.
Yeah. And
that fucks a lot of shit up.
I'm not a housewife. No. I'm not going to fit into that mold.
Well, I'm
not people.
Right.
Like,
how dare you even try to?
And the big thing is like, they're like, well, I need you to, why are you not home? Why do you have to go do this thing? And I'm like, because I have to.
Yeah, like
it's part of me. It's what I am. And if you don't like that, then that's not going to work. It's not going to work. And it's weird because like there's this whole like, well, I feel like you're out like looking at women. And I'm like, no, fuck no. I'm out fucking going. I'm dealing with anxiety because I have to go out in front of an audience and I have to do this thing that I've never done. That's what. If you don't understand that, I don't get it. You know, you don't get it. And you know, and then when I'm done, then I need the adulation for about 30 minutes, and then I can go home and then sleep, and I'm good. If that makes sense.
No, totally. Like, it's not, I don't have the brain space to be out here flirting with other people.
Yeah.
And if I'm flirting in the act, it's part of the bit. It's orchestrated, like we were talking about earlier. It's like, I'm doing this because it fulfills a piece of me that I don't fully understand, but I know it feels great.
I have to do the song and the dance. I have to.
Yeah. Like,
I'm
going to put on my sparkly outfit and be a wizard for a minute and strip.
Yeah.
I did that last summer. I was in a Deja Vu has a whose chorus line is it anyway?
I've had her on the show.
Yeah. And it's fun, like that's because it's improv burlesque, and I was a wizard, and I had made myself a beard that lit up, but my reveal was my crotch also had a beard that lit up.
Also, the weird thing too is when you date these people and they're just like, oh, I'm not going to go to that.
Yeah.
And that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah. Well, and he was a hockey player, but in the leagues that like there's the Outpost and the Max
the beer
Center,
league,
and,
the beer league
hockey, but they don't play until like 10:45 at night sometimes.
Right.
And I've got an office job. Like I moonlight as this like comic, but I've got an office job. I got to get up and he's got weekly things at these beer league beer league games, and that was a thing that like he didn't want to come to my shows because I wasn't coming to his games, and I was like I can maybe see the reasoning there, but it's different.
Nah, I mean, yes and no.
There are tickets available for the
I mean,
things
I don't need someone to, I don't
do.
need someone to go to everything I do.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be right.
But you got to pee? You didn't go pee, did you?
We had a pee break.
You didn't take a pee-pee. The dog thinks you're going to go throw the ball.
They're going to go together.
Well, I think we can get out of here. But yeah, so like that's a thing. Like it's a big deal. Mm-hmm. It's a thing that happens, and then people like I'll go on dates and they're like, I don't understand why you're single, and I'm like, well, and I'll tell them, I'm like, well, I'm a performer.
Yeah.
I do this show, and when I say I'm a performer, I do the show once a week, and they think like, oh, you do a show in your house, cool. No, when we go out in public, people are going to come up and they're going to come and want to talk, and it's annoying sometimes. It is. It's not annoying all the time, and it doesn't mean like, hey, someone listening, don't come up. But like, you know, when you're fighting in public and you're at a restaurant and some shit's going down, and then someone walks up, they're like, hey man, what's up? You know, it's like, it's awkward. It's fucking weird and shit like that. But like, you know, you have to be on. You have to be on.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle for sure.
Yeah.
It's
And
very fulfilling, but
and
it's
not
not
everyone
for
loves
everybody.
it. Not everyone loves it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and honestly, I'm so glad that all of that happened. I wish it would have happened years ago.
Same. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
It's fine, honestly. Like I don't even
I dated
spend
someone-
any energy thinking about it because I have time for me to do all my weird
Yes.
shit now.
The worst is I dated someone and they were like, yeah, I love all this, as they slowly tried to like pull me out of it all. Secretly.
Yeah.
And then I didn't see it, but other people saw it.
It's the subtle guilt tripping.
The
They're
subtle
like,
like
you're doing another thing.
Well, you don't want to do that. You don't even like that person. You don't even like
Yeah.
doing this. You know, da 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 da. And then like after it was over, I was like, well, wait a minute. They pulled me out of all this stuff. They were trying to get me to stop doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, and that may not even been conscious, but I think it was. But you know, whatever. But that's terrible. It's all terrible.
Yeah,
but
sneaky.
I feel like we could have a whole nother show on that.
Right,
We'll have to do it.
Relationship talk.
So we got to get out of here. We got to move the throne.
Yeah, we've got.
Well, maybe we'll talk some
Heavy
more on
lifting to do.
Saturday.
Yeah, at the telethon.
At the telethon. Did I want Jerry Lewis to be there? Why is Jerry Lewis not there? I think Doug should be Jerry Lewis.
Have you seen? Yeah, you've met Diego, his like party guy
Yeah.
with
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
overalls.
Yep,
Diego might show up. We never know.
Yeah, I think he should do a
Good
Jerry
people
Lewis.
dancing.
Like he used to do the telethon. 'Cause Jerry Lewis used to do a big telethon
For the kids.
for the kids.
For the children.
So, but thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Especially last minute, because you're like, hey, can I borrow the throne? I was like, unless you come on the podcast.
That's great. I would have just been hanging out at home.
Nice. Well,
Worked
there
out
you,
great.
and you
Right at
made
the
a
end.
friend. You
Right at the
made a
end.
friend. Look at that.
Well,
She used to not liven up. She's gotten so much better in the last couple of years. Ask Smiley. She used to never do that at all.
Oh,
Never.
wow.
There was
I
just like,
feel
I don't even
loved.
remember who it was. There was like one show. She just like hopped up and sat next to this lady, and I was like,
Both
the
of us just stopped.
fuck is happening here? I'm like, weird.
Did you guys already know each other? How did this happen?
Yeah, like that's my dog.
Maybe in
You know.
another life. You know.
Yeah, maybe in another life.
We're
but-
old friends.
But we're gonna get out of here. You've got Saturday night
Yep, telethon.
telethon, second
Yep.
gold. What else?
Yep, and then follow the Doodles Instagram because we got things coming
Doodles.
at the Doodles ABQ.
Follow their social. All
And
of
then
it.
Cherry Poppins will
All
be back with some dumb idea pretty soon.
All of it. Let me know.
Inevitably.
Let us know. We'll bring you back on.
Great,
all right.
great. I would love it.
Yeah, yes. We have El Paso Comic Con coming up. Comic Palooza.
Yay.
I'm also in May. I forgot to mention this. I'm emceeing Pridezilla.
Oh, that's right. That is the 30th.
Yeah. You don't have to even be there. Smiley.
It's in the calendar.
I already did put it on my calendar.
Pridezilla, man. Do you like Pride?
Do I like Pride?
Do you guys support Pride?
As a sin, no. As an
course.
event, of course.
I thought everybody was gay growing up, to be honest. I didn't realize that I was like bisexual or pansexual or any of that until I got to college and was like, we didn't all practice on our friends? Is that not normal?
Interesting. Yeah.
So I like it's so funny to hear people's backstories now.
Oh,
So it's like,
yeah,
it just wasn't
No.
it wasn't a big deal in my family.
College was
Nobody
like
cared.
college to me, like college. My college experience was wide opening, like eye opening, and then like talking about that in the world of Pride, it was like repressed, you know. But like going from where I grew up to college was like eye opening. Mm-hmm. To go from college to now is like holy shit, it's a whole different world.
There's so many things.
But there's so many people that still live in that world that
yeah.
I grew up in Arkansas.
yeah.
Being prideful is something you get hit for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Well, openly, yeah. But anyway, we're going to get out of here. Chelcie Sword at Miss Cherry Poppins on Instagram. Add her on there.
Yeah.
Add Smiley. He's Papa Smilf. And then message him and say, post more.
I
Yeah.
You know,
I did
someone's-
look at your Instagram earlier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
2 pictures.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Okay. This is what happens. I open up Instagram and I go, I don't know how this works. I close it.
How do you mean that? No, you look at photos and then you go back and you post photos. That's it.
Yeah, it's got like a couple icons on there, and I'm like,
plus
I don't.
button.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know what any of this shit means,
Yeah.
and I just go back to doing
Facebook?
whatever I was doing.
Facebook.
It's okay. You don't need to be pressured into.
He's a Facebooker
Being
though.
a
He
social
Facebooks.
media
He
guy.
Facebooks. No, he Facebooks.
It's true.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're just picky.
I know how that one works.
But it's weird. Is
there like a tutorial for
hold
Instagram
on.
or some shit?
Yes, it's called Google. So he
I
used
don't
to be
like
a
Google
model,
either. Yep.
and so he's not. He's vain. He's very vain. So I don't understand why he doesn't like Instagram.
Dude, I'd be
People
doing
aren't
like a
taking photos
throwback
of me at
Thursday
the
every
moment,
week.
and I never posted pictures of myself. People posted pictures of me,
Yeah.
and then I needed a place for them to link it to, so that's why I had Facebook.
Okay.
Fair.
Fair enough.
Fair.
And now I guess it's the same thing, and I
Yeah.
have a place for them to link it to now too. I just never check it.
Yeah.
Instagram's a great way to network. I think.
Yeah.
Most of the shows that I've booked are through Instagram.
Yeah, I get hit up. I have a guy, I have a person that is representing musicians that will not leave me alone on Instagram. I'm like, Jesus,
And plus,
Yeah.
Facebook is just like I just text it to the website.
nerd. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here.
Whatever works.
We're gonna move the throne, and
Yeah.
we're gonna leave you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you, Smiley.
Thanks for having me.
With that,
We are
10 drink minimum.